2022-2023 powered by Fan Code. Well, it's a special occasion. It's a double-header Thursday and match number 47 to take place. Gems Education taking on the undefeated Ajman Heroes. Should be an absolute cracker. And well, we have absolutely no time to waste. Let's head to Abid Ibrahim and the two captains for the all-important toss.
It's time for the toss here at ICCA Cricket Academy. We have got two teams battling up against each other. It is Gems Education, Ali Tipu, the captain, and to his left, we have got Adnan Arif, the captain of Ajman Heroes. Right, sandwiched just between them, it's Iftikhar Ali, the match referee. So we are all set here. The home side is Adnan. Flip the coin. Heads is the call.
Tail it is.
Tail. Congratulations. What would you like to do first?
Thank you. I'd like to bowl first.
Particular reason? It's a day game, and you like to bowl first.
Yeah, looks like a decent grass covering, and it's been out in the sun since morning. So I believe my bowlers will get some purchase here if we hit the right lengths, obviously.
What do you think would be a good total to restrict, and then you can chase it down?
Well, we are looking at anything below 150 or 150 is fine with us. So yeah, because ultimately it is going to cool down, and there might be dew, but again, cooling down is good enough for it to become a pure batting surface. So we'll count on that.
Quite long batting deep line you have, and decent bowling attack that you carry in your team. Must be happy, man, leading the bunch of talented boys.
Yeah, actually, a captain is as good as his players. So if your team doesn't perform, you don't look that great. So again, we've got a bunch of guys who've got enough experience to understand what their positives are or their strengths are. So we stick to that. We back our guys. At times, this is cricket. There are people, at times they'll fail, but you need to support them, and that's what we do.
Do well, captain. Wish you good luck.
Thank you, dear.
Ali, what were you looking for?
So we are looking for bowling first. Unfortunately, we lost the toss. So we will set good total. We have good batting side. We'll try to reach like 170, 180, and then we can defend. We have good fast bowlers, spinner as well. So inshallah, we will try best.
Good. Any changes in the side?
Yeah, one change is Mr. Zafar Raja is not playing, our captain. So Sajid Iqbal is playing.
Well, good luck and do well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, the news from the middle coming is it is Ajman Heroes who won the toss, and they will be bowling first.
Right then, thank you very much, Abid. Ajman Heroes winning the toss and electing to bowl first. Let's run through the two team lineups for you. Adnan Arif, the captain of the Heroes. Saqib Ali, the wicketkeeper. Ankur Sangwan. Mohammad Ajmal, Sagar Kalyan, Khalid Shah, Rahul Chopra. Very familiar names, a very strong side indeed. Mohammad Uzair Anis, Zuhaib Gujjar, the fast bowler. Nasir Aziz and Mohammad Asaf is playing tonight. And for Gems Education, we have Ali Tipu, the skipper. Revlino Fernandez, hard-hitting middle-order batter. Balraj Singh, another powerhouse and such a safe pair of hands in the field. Bini Raghunath, the fast bowler. Salman Shahid, Ahmad Zaman, Shehzad Ali, Taimur Ali, Mohammad Jamshed, Asim Arshad and Sajid Iqbal. So they're a very settled side as well. And joining me in the comm box for this exciting match number 47 is going to be Sameer Yunus. Good afternoon, Sameer.
Good afternoon. I was almost going to say good evening, but lovely to have a double header, isn't it? On a weekday, it's a holiday here in the UAE. Everyone's back home, relaxing. And what better way to spend it than to watch a lovely game of cricket between two good sides, one must say. Ajman Heroes, Gems Education, they've been decent in this tournament, have some wins on their backs, and here they'll be looking to get the better of each other on what looks to be a very good track out there. The sun's beating down. The outfield is always here at the ICCA Academy Ovals. Wonderful to watch. A beautiful looking lush green outfield. And as the Gems Education batters come out to bat, led of course by their opening batters, will look to try and put on as many as they can against a strong Ajman Heroes bowling side. So just to repeat, two very good sides looking to lock horns here as we wait for the umpires to make their ways out.
Yeah, just to give you a brief summary of the tournament so far. Ajman Heroes 4 matches played and 4 victories on the trot. They've been in stupendous form, sitting on 8 points. And right behind them is Gems Education, who've played 5 matches and they've got 4 victories as well. So they're sitting on 8 points as well. And only the top 2 of each group go through to the Arabian Cricket League semi-finals. So this match is very, very crucial indeed. Right then, the 2 Gems Education openers are out there in the middle. It's the regular opening pair of Salman Shahid and Shehzad Ali. 2 hard-hitting right-handers. They've been getting plenty of runs in the Arabian Cricket League. And it'll be a big test for them. I think it's Zohaib Gujjar, number 14. Tall, lanky right-hander, warming up for the Heroes. Really looking forward to this contest. Right then, Zohaib Gujjar it is, who will be taking the new ball from the academy end. Fantastic breezy afternoon here in Dubai Sports City. That should be a cracking game. Ajman Heroes versus Gems Education, and here we go. The match is underway. Shouldering arms to that one. Umpire thinking about it, and yes, given as a wide, rightly so.
I've seen this a few times now in the Arabian Cricket League. Bowlers loosening up a bit. That first couple of deliveries, they find it a bit difficult to find their radar, trying to get that perfect line and length early on. And as always, looking forward to this track assisting the faster bowlers. Zohaib is a tall guy. I'm sure he can extract some bounce out of it too.
And wearing the iconic number 14, Shoaib Akhtar must be a role model of his, as he is for many right-arm fast bowlers all over the globe. And that's quick, but even wider. So his radar needs some tinkering.
I might want to try getting a little closer to the stumps as he runs in. He's got a nice, gentle run up. Now look at the height difference. That's what we mean when we say he's a tall lad.
Yeah, must be about 6'3", 6'4". But his action, he likes to get that ball full. If he can from that height and swing the ball, he'll pick up a lot of wickets on any level. Once again, 2 full and once again 2 wide. So it's going to be a long over for Zohaib.
A real struggle out there for him. Maybe just take some time, turn the arm around a bit, do a bit of a warm-up stretch, and then come back. I guess the reason he's looking for that fuller delivery is to try and bring those 2 slips into the game, because generally when you have swing, you can get tempted to get it back off a length and disturb the batter with the bounce. But if you want to pick up wickets with swing, you need to be full and get the batter driving. The length is right, the line is right, the length is right, but not so much the line.
That's better. Good looking on drive, ricocheting off the hands, and they will pick up 1. So Salman Shahid is underway. Positive player, likes to counter attack in the power play, doesn't mind playing those aerial shots.
Salman knows only one way to play. Seen him get off to flyers in this tournament. Hasn't really gone on to hit big scores, but his strike rates are always up there at the 160, 170 mark. And if he can get off to that start again today, Gems Education will be placed very comfortably.
Lofted over the top of extra, not quite out of the middle, but on this outfield you have no chance. Boundary for Shehzad Ali.
That's a dry outfield, isn't it? A day game. The sun's beating down. There's absolutely no dew whatsoever so early on. So a shot like that over the infield almost always will run away to the boundary. First one for this innings.
Well, you mentioned there's no dew. It's an early afternoon game, and the Heroes won the toss and elected to bowl first. What do you think about that decision, Samir?
Quite a bold call, one must say. Generally, we've seen here in Dubai, not on this ground, for that matter, any ground, it's always easier to bat in the day, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen even 240 odd chase down. This time just dribbled away onto the leg side for 1. So it's been a steady start here for Gems Education. And Zohaib, he's been slightly errant, only about 3 legal deliveries bowled so far. It's been a long first over.
Adnan Arif, after making that call to bowl first, probably has a plan in place, probably knows a thing or two about the Gems Education batting lineup that he wants to exploit by bowling first.
This time once again hit over the top of extra, not out of the middle. It will be reined in by Mohammad Ajmal. And the way the 2 opening batters are striking the ball, I would be tempted to open with spin. Ankur Sangwan, left arm spinner, is high quality.
Yeah, the temptation is definitely going to be there, Adnan there, just getting something confirmed with the bowler. Do you want someone in the deep, or are you happy with the fielders in the circle? I guess this is okay because they haven't really played any convincing shots so far.
Yeah, nothing quite out of the middle just yet. But this time, flipped over square leg. It will drop in front of the deep square. That was a risky shot.
Yeah, that's been hit towards that car park area where the sun is beating down from. Can be blinding someone, especially if the fielder is right on the offside.
Well, it's blinding me in the comm box. I have to get my shades on. 12 for none. Positive start here for Gems Education. They need this victory over their closest rival for that semi-final spot. Of course, we also have TVSL in action later this evening, taking on Karwan CC. That should be a fantastic match as well. Karwan CC coming into some winning form as well. Pacey delivery on the pads and nicely manipulated into the leg side for 1. Productive first over. 13 for none. So Mohammad Asif will be sharing the new ball with Zohaib Gujjar. I haven't seen a lot of him, but clearly tall, lanky. With that run-up, he certainly seems to be a fast bowler. And it's always exciting when you see a new player you haven't seen before playing at this top level. Certainly in a big side like Ajman Heroes, it must be a quality prospect.
Yeah, not the kind of side that's going to carry passengers for sure. I would have seen something in him, would have proven something. And as always, here in the com box, we're always excited to see new talent. He starts off around the wicket. In fact, he's a left armer.
Nicely bowled. Well, he reminds me immediately of a former Sri Lankan left armer, very tall, used to bowl across the right-handers, Nuwan Zoisa.
Yeah, he was a fine servant of the game. Picked up a hat-trick early on in his career. Unfortunately, he had a lot of fitness and injury issues, so had to give up early on. But he's a fine gentleman, still contributes to the game very positively. He's a well-respected coach in the domestic circuits now.
Yeah, I remember him bowling in these Sharjah tournaments. Used to give us plenty of bother with the new ball. Used to hit that seam on a very placid track, make the ball misbehave. Oh, big swish. Change of pace there from Asif immediately. So he seems to be a thinking bowler.
Yeah, that's nice to see, isn't it? You always want to have skills backed with intelligence, game awareness. You ask for a spinner, but it's a fast bowler delivering off cutters.
And immediately, Salman Shahid and Shahzad Ali in conversation, just telling him, yeah, mate, this man is mixing it up, bowling some off cutters, even though he's very tall. Doesn't look express quick, but willing to use those off pace deliveries. And variation, as always, Sameer, is the name of the game in T20.
Absolutely. There's no two words about that. And as a batter, I think they might need to improvise here because they aren't being offered too much space. Maybe it might be a good idea to get down the track, couple of steps, put the bowler off his mark.
This time, coming into the right-hander, beats the mid-wicket. And they will take one there. No, in fact, it's a dot ball, pardon me. They look very similar, Shahid and Shahzad Ali. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate them.
Lots of similar letters in their names too, Shahid, Shahzad.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of Scrabble points if you use S, A or H.
Now just a word on Asif. He's found his lengths quite early on. Hasn't really taken time to figure it out, which is good to see. Unlike Zohaib, who bowled 3 wides early on in his over.
Once again, back over length, very little width offered. Good single there. Mid-off was slightly on his heels. And good game awareness.
This also goes on to prove, Ahmed, that you don't really have to have express space to trouble any batter. Even on a decent wicket like this, all you need is good control of that new ball, good seam placement. You need to make sure you get it on that seam every time you pitch it up there. And that fourth stump channel on which he's pitching, I mean, no batsman in the world is going to be able to try and play a big shot off those deliveries.
This time, oh, has it taken the glove there? Yes, he's been given. Smart catch behind the wickets by Saqib Ali. And Mohammad Asif has struck.
Surprised him there with the bounce. Look at that. He's been pitching it up, but this one slightly back of a length. And it's straightened against Shahzad. He tried to move away at the last moment, but I think it brushed his gloves. Good ball to get rid of Shahzad Ali, the opener. He goes for 6. The first wicket down for Gems Education there at 15 for 1.
So the new batter in is Taimur Ali, stylish right-hander. He's a different sort of player to Shehzad Ali, not quite as aggressive, likes to play along the carpet, orthodox cricket, but very effective. And he's come into some decent form recently. Will be looking to capitalize on that. Meanwhile, this man on screen, he's bowled a gem of a first over, only conceded 2 runs and picked up a prized wicket. 15 for 1. They're keeping a lid on the scoring here. Oh, well bowled and well played. Pushing for 1. And a shy at the stumps, but he's made it in time. Successful over there for the Heroes. 16 for 1 after 2. So Zohaib will continue from the academy and entrusted with the second over despite being slightly expensive in his first. I think it's fair enough considering they've broken the opening pair. Taimur Ali off the mark immediately in the previous over. Oh, he's cut him in half there. The ball jagged in. In fact, he played outside the line of the ball.
We were talking about how Taimur Ali is one of those conservative, technically correct batters, but Zohaib has managed to really rattle him the first ball that is bowled to him. Now this will excite him. This will really inspire Zohaib because he's had a torrid first over, but if you can bowl your first up like that in the second over, have his tail up now.
That's what I love about the pitches here at the ICCA Academy. You'll always have something in there for everybody. And he's bowling right on the money here. Good pace. That hard length hitting the seam and getting that ball to nip around.
Yeah, this time nicely behind it, Taimur Ali. And I've always been an advocate, Ahmad, of getting your best, most technically correct batter to be at number 3. A lot of people say that your best batter in your team must be at number 3 because he's the one, or she's the one for that matter, that goes on to bat the 20 overs and the rest of them to bat around him. So Taimur Ali probably being given a similar role here.
Yeah, this is a good battle going on. This time trying to force it through the offside. And well done by his partner. Salman Shahid was seeing that he was being troubled a bit. Just took the strike off him.
Yeah, good to see that intent. Taimur Ali not allowing the bowler to dictate terms and getting bogged down. He wants to cross over for the singles and getting those quick singles. That's what really sets the momentum for any batting team. Yes, you might not be getting boundaries every over, but just keep nudging those ones and twos. Keep the fielders on their toes. Put the pressure back on the bowler. And then you'll get a mistake, a loose delivery here and there. That's when you capitalize.
You can see that the quality has really gone up when you have two competitive sides competing. Trying to pull that away. That was much too quick for him. Well targeted bouncer there by Zohaib Gujjar.
Yeah, he's learnt a bit from his bowling partner from the other end. Asif really keeping it on that good length. Zohaib here though, keeping the batters guessing. Couple of full deliveries, one on the length, and this one dropping it short, passing the helmet of Salman Shahid. This should be a good battle because Salman, we know, likes to tonk it around.
Yeah, aggressive player by nature. This time he counterattacks, and that's a huge 6. Over long off. It's gone into the skyscrapers.
Yeah, I want to watch that replay. I want to see if the cameraman was able to follow that ball all the way. I don't think he would have been successful. That was a massive hit, a humongous hit. We were talking about the batters wanting to stepping down. And that's exactly what Salman Shahid did. Take a look at that. Couple of steps down the track. That went high up in the air into the Dubai sky and behind that ICC pavilion.
That is some hit from Salman Shahid. That was a golf swing. So anytime he's pitched the ball up, it has disappeared. That's the shot of a confident player in form. Let's see how Zohaib Gujjar responds. Oh, good delivery on a length. Just shying at it, but missed out. So another interesting over comes to an end. 23 for 1. So Mohammad Asif continues. Oh, inside edge, squeezed away to short fine. That is the advantage of having a technically correct player. Even though the ball is nipping around here, Samir, he still played the ball with a certain amount of control.
Yeah, you still need that in the T20 format. A lot of people think that there's no place for them for these kind of technically correct batters in the T20 or T10 format. No, whatever format of cricket you're playing, technique is always necessary. And against a quality bowler like Asif, all the more important.
This time a bit of a hoik, beats the mid-on, through wideish mid-wicket, uncultured, but he'll take it at this stage, gone for 4.
Going completely against what we were just talking about him. We're talking about him being technically correct, but that was a shot that most tail-enders like to play. It doesn't matter because the result is a boundary and he'll take that.
Yeah, just finding that gap at mid-wicket between the two, and it's such a good outfield. Bone dry currently as it's about almost 5 p.m. local time. Really raced away down the slope. But still, Asif is in the middle of a very good spell. I'd be tempted to give him 3 on the trot. He's looking dangerous. He's asking the right questions. Look at that one, just nipping off the deck once again. Taimur Ali wasn't quite sure which way it was going to go.
And that's the length that got him the wicket of Shahzad Ali. That one slightly starting outside the off stump and then nipping back in. Surprising Shahzad Ali with that bounce. And because he's so tall, Asif, he's able to extract that bounce with relative ease. Doesn't have to really put in too much of an effort. But if you just look at the game at this stage, Ahmad, 27 for 1, 3.5 overs. Neither sides will claim to be in control. It's well in the balance so far.
Yeah, good contest indeed. This time, swung away off the hip. Not quite convincing. He seems to be in a bit of hurry tonight, Taimur Ali. I'm not sure why he's playing so many shots. That's not his game plan.
Yeah, that power play can really sometimes play with your mind. You want to be ahead as much as possible. You might be thinking, right, we've got 20 odd, just under 30 in the 4th over. Let's try and get at least 50 in the power play. That'll put us in the driving seat to then milk it around. They have the wickets. That's important. They've just lost 1 so far. So they'll have to take so calculated risks, not just wild hoiks.
Completely agree. This time once again nipping in. He just offers you absolutely zero width. It's all between the 3 sticks. Very good accuracy from Asif.
Again, to stress on that point, you don't have to have big pace. You don't have to clock 130, 140 all the time. If you can bowl wicket to wicket regularly. And one example that comes to mind, Ahmed, is someone who I feel so sad doesn't bowl anymore, Angelo Matthews. What a fine bowler he was.
Oh, absolutely. Was a real handful in his prime. Was a regular frontline bowler for Sri Lanka. This time struck on the pads, but it's an inside edge. And Asif knew immediately. Another excellent over. Only 6 off it, 29 for 1. Well, this was the bowler I wanted to see introduced with the new ball. He's come in the 5th. Ankur Sangwan, extremely high quality left arm spinner. I think he will enjoy these bowling conditions, especially with the two batters still struggling a bit here, Samir.
Yeah, quality is what you want to see, and that's what you get on a day like this when 4 of the top teams are in contention. The first one, obviously, is what is going on right now. Gems Education versus Ajman Heroes, 2 top sides. Ankur Sangwan is a quality left-arm spinner. We look forward to see what he has to offer. 2 more overs to go in the power play, so not much protection for him in the boundary lines. He's got a long off in place.
Look at that one, nip in immediately. There is square leg within the circle. Like you mentioned, there is a long off and a deep mid-wicket in place for Ankur. Wants to tempt them into a big shot. I think Salman Shahid, he's the kind of player who will oblige. Look at that genuine nip off the surface, tucked into mid-wicket. Only one though. Good attacking fielding there from the mid-on.
And no real advantage in terms of the boundary sizes. I think we're on the centre wicket almost. Maybe one wicket to the left, but still it seems equal on both sides, which is good.
Yeah, it's still the right end to bowl because the car park is a fair distance away towards mid-wicket. So that is the bigger side of the ground for the left-arm spinner. So Adnan Arif, he's been right on the money so far.
Yeah, good calls. And captaincy is so important in tournaments like this. A couple of bad calls can really put you out of the tournament completely. But here is made all the right calls.
Waiting for that one to come to him. Nicely bowled. Well, absolutely. Even an unbeaten side like Future Mattress, they just took it a bit casual and they got knocked over by the Daredevils. So anything can happen. Oh, this has gone up. Short third settling, and that's a simple catch for Sagar Kalyan, and Ankur Sangwan took only 4 deliveries to strike.
There was a matter of time. It was a matter of time. It was as if something's going to give a few dot balls. And these are the kind of batters who don't look around for too long. Salman Shahid had enough. Watched enough, in fact, for Saimur Ali. Who had seen enough, and he went for that big hoik. Ankur tempting him. But he fell. Fell for 7. It's 30 for 2.
So it's Ali Tipu, the skipper, coming in at number 3, and coming in at number 3 in the com box. But certainly number 1 in our hearts, it's Abid Ibrahim. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Certainly that means a lot to me. Well, coming at number 4, Ali Tipu, and coming at number 3 is kind of a pressure, what we talk about, and number 3 who's come in and gone out.
Oh yes, pardon me. And Ankur Sangwan, well, only took 5 deliveries to strike. And I think that was a very good move to introduce him with the new ball. Oh, played off the back foot straight to the fielder. So only 1 run off the over and the wicket of Taimur Ali. 30 for 2. So Mohammad Asif will continue. I think this is the right move. He's bowling very consistently, right on the money. And giving him a third over is an excellent idea. Flashed over the top of point this time, and it will hit the fence. The one rare poor delivery, and Salman Shahid has jumped all over it.
Well, indeed, that was easy to pick when he was offering some width, and ball was angling away. Easy picking in the end for Salman. All he had to do is slice that one, and ball goes down for 4. It's a pretty quick outfield there, Izzy.
Yeah, absolutely. No dew in place. And it's always shorter on the straighter sides, so you're asking for trouble. This time, that in-swinger, that's his stock delivery. Bowls it really well, gets that late curve into the right-hander.
But Asif is bowling his third over on trot. And let me tell you, he's kind of an experienced player who played for a long time in the domestic region. I still can call those back in the days, maybe 2015. He used to play for a team called Bukhatir 11. Very good bowler.
Certainly seems to be. This time, bit of a hoik, a sign of frustration there from Salman. Well, of course, you are the walking encyclopedia of UAE domestic cricket. I had not seen him before, but of course, you have all the details about him.
Well, indeed, he used to be very threatening fast bowler. Still, he's doing that so well. It's just I'm watching this man after a few viewers that he's been off the scene, maybe not playing the higher level. But yes, now when he saw the opportunity, he grabbed one. Representing Ajman Heroes, what could be better?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, just kissed the pad there. Not given as a wide. And of course, it's the top tier tournament of the UAE, the 16 biggest domestic sides competing in the Arabian Cricket League. So if you make an impression here, there are a lot of eyeballs. You have a lot of people watching on Fan Code, the ICC Academy Facebook page, and of course on YouTube on the CricTracker channel. A lot of people will sit up and take notice of a quality fast bowler.
Well, indeed. The experience counts. As you can see, that one came nicely underneath it. That ball has gone out of the park. 6 runs. What a hit.
Well, he just extended his arms. And look at the distance. Absolutely right out of the middle, out of the screws from Salman Shahid. When he plays those lofted shots, he certainly looks a class apart. Brilliant batting. His second 6 of the innings. And that is perhaps the shot of the day. So Asif slightly being rocked here. And right on the money once again. So that will conclude the power play. I would say it's about honours even. 40 for 2.
Well, the experienced man, Nasir Aziz, comes in, known as Don. Very, very experienced, represented UAE in 2015 World Cup as well.
Lofted, but there is a long off in place. Perhaps could have had one fielder up, but Nasir Aziz, like you mentioned, very experienced campaigner, former UAE international, and just the man you want to bring in when the batting side is under pressure.
Well, you never know. he still maybe got chances to represent UAE because his looks is 100% fit.
Oh, absolutely. Good walk into the UAE playing 11 even now as a frontline spinner. Some movement to the left of the batter there. Well, he's just pulled up his shoulder. Hopefully he's all right. Making a late adjustment to his field, telling his deep square leg to move a touch finer. Has a deep mid wicket as well. Long on, long off. And a deepish extra cover. Very interesting. Sliced away. Good fielding by Sagar Kalyan at backward point. Saved a couple of runs.
He's a rock star, Sagar Kalyan. What a player. He bats so well. He fields. He's a complete team man. And experienced Nasser Aziz.
Look at that one, bowled really slowly, and we can see a hint of turn in the surface already, Abid.
Yeah, the surface is there for even. I mean, I think even the bowler or batter, both of them can utilize this. It's all about applying yourself.
Big shot. Has he connected enough? Oh, yes, he has. Third maximum of the innings for Salman Shahid.
Slightly predictable there, Nasser Aziz. Just bowled it in the slot where the batter loves to smash that. And nicely pulled away for a maximum. Bowling into the yard, that's... And also that turn was quite predictable. He's keep on doing that.
Quicker one this time. Pushed to the left of the long off. Yeah, I'm not sure why they wanted to change Ankur Sangwan. He picked up a wicket in his first over. And then because the left-hander Ali Tipu came in, they switched to Nasser Aziz.
Well, I think there must be an idea because Ankur Sangwan is one that you rely your wicket taker as your wicket taker bowler that you use Ankur Sangwan. So maybe the captain is keeping his overs in the tank.
Certainly, he bowls at the death sometimes as well. Nudge it away towards mid wicket. Are they going to push for two here? No, just one. So 9 runs off the first Nasser Aziz over. 49 for 2. So it's a change of ends for Ankur Sangwan. He'll be coming in from the school end. There's a long on. Nobody at mid-wicket. There is a deep square leg. Oh, this one. It was just curving away from the left-hander. Very interesting. Seems like he's developing some variations for the southpaws as well.
Well, he always gets that drift in the air. Ankur is so much talented. And he's not shy away from flighting the ball in the air as well.
Yeah, that's his biggest strength. You're absolutely spot on. Oh, steps out and just got his bat in the way there. Could have been stumped.
And also that jump, that he's got a slightly high jump than the usual left arm spinners, because that gives him slight bit of a time to see whether the batter is trying to come down the track or not. Just like that, he saw the batter is stepping out, bowl it slightly wider.
This time sliced away behind point. Beautifully read there by Ali Tipu. And that will kiss the fence. 50 up for Gems Education.
Yeah, 50 up in style, and he's just waited for the ball. That's the right thing to do. Play it late as much as you can, and found the gap between the two fielders. Rahul gave a lot of energy, commitment, but just could not stop that one from hitting the fence.
Yeah, he really backs himself against the spinners, Ali Tipu. Likes to be aggressive, whatever kind of spin he has to face, even if the percentages don't suit him. Outside edge. I think it hit the keeper's glove there. Maybe an opportunity gone. But that was a difficult one, Abid.
No, but I think these should be taken because you're playing a higher level cricket. This is where the less than half chances should be taken.
And they've always had an issue with the wicketkeeper. Sometimes it was Adnan Khan, sometimes Rahul Chopra. We've even seen Sagar Kalyan keeping for them, Adnan Arif keeping for them. So Saqib Ali, he's been introduced into the playing 11 as a specialist keeper, new to the side. And look at that beautiful turn once again. It's like he has that ball on a string, the way he controls it.
Well, mind you, Khalid Shah is also a wicket keeper there. You missed out counting on him.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be keeping these days. Working hard on his batting. Quality player he is as well, Khalid Shah. And that will be slightly too wide. Asif Iqbal, very experienced umpire. Always good to see him in these top tier tournaments. You want to bring on the best officials as well. Sliding on to the pad there, but straight to the fine leg. 55 for 2 at the end of 8 overs. Nasir Aziz continues. Big shot down the ground, and Ali Tipu looking to dominate the spinners.
Well, how often you see the left-hander using his step against the AOV. That was travelling. His partner at the other end, Salman Shah, they had a closest view of that ball.
That was firmly hit. This time swinging into him, and big drive once again to deep cover. So Ali Tipu has made his intentions clear. If you want to bowl the spinners at me, I'm going to go after you.
One way to get rid of the spinners, we need to be watchful. The amount of the experience and the number of international games this man is carrying with him. Nasir Aziz, Don, you cannot really play him out.
Oh, turned past the fine leg. Where was he going there? He was standing too fine. And that's a silly boundary to concede. I think he didn't pick the line of the ball there.
Well, yet again spoiling the name of the fast bowler's name. They're usually lazy a little bit in the field. That was it. Yeah, late recognition that the ball is travelling towards him.
Yeah, it is that time of the day when the sun is setting. The floodlights haven't quite kicked in. So perhaps benefit of the doubt for Zohaib Gujjar. And Salman Shahid, he's batting beautifully. 34 of just 26.
Yeah, as you speak, the lights have come out. It seems the management does not need any excuses.
Down the leg side once again, bowling too quickly. Ali Tipu, where are you going? And this is going to be disaster for Gems Education. They have gifted a wicket to the Heroes.
Well, despite his partner was sending him back, he was keep on getting there closer and closer. It's not his call. I reckon it's not Ali's call. Oh, and he's given up. Not good scenes. That's the least the team wants you to get dismissed on. Captain walks out, run out. Not an ideal way. 12 for 9 he scored. It's 64 for 3.
So they've picked up a fortunate wicket here via run out. Gems Education. That was a good looking partnership. A big full toss, thrashed through extra cover. New batter in is Sajid, joining Salman Shahid. So a lot of responsibility on Shahid now. 66 for 3 at the end of 9. So Sajid Iqbal new to the crease, and they're under some strife here. 3 wickets down after 9 overs. Current run rate just hovering around 7. So they desperately need a partnership here. Ankur will continue. Cut away off the stumps. That's risky but nicely placed. They should pick up 2 quite easily.
Plenty of bowling options there for Adnan Arif. He himself can bowl. Charit, he's got Charit Nirmal, who can also bowl, yes, some medium fast. Pardon me, Ajman, not Charit. Ajman can bowl, yes, very handy bowler.
Oh, and he's cut it straight to the keeper. No, it's been refused by Asif Iqbal. That was a big appeal, but he said no immediately.
Well, that was a ripper. That was a beautiful delivery. Certainly deserving a wicket. Oh, very close to cut. Indeed, you find the batter in trouble there, in having no clue to go onto the front foot or to the back foot. That's kind of a delivery that was.
Oh, once again shaping up for that cut shot. You have to play straight against Ankur Sangwan. Sajid, you're looking to play it square, and that will get you in trouble. He's really attacking the batter right now. He senses a wicket coming. Oh, nice sweep shot. Smart batting. Mohammad Ajmal, like you mentioned. Well, that will warm him up.
Yeah, indeed. Been watching him trying to throw the ball into the bowling action. Maybe that's an indication that I want to bowl, Captain.
Yeah, they have him, Nasir Aziz, Mohammad Ajmal, Adnan Arif himself can bowl. They're a good all-round side. There's no Sultan Ahmed today. Missing out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have been a frontline option as well.
Yeah, doing the T20 jobs, T10 jobs, pardon me, in Abu Dhabi T10.
Oh yes, high quality tournament, and he's had a lot of success there. Once again, that swinging arm ball, bit of a misfield at mid wicket. Well, Zohaib Gujjar, he's had a couple of misfields and a run out, so he's been a bit of a mixed bag in the field.
Just one ball to go, and we'll be halfway through. 70 for 3. Do you think that's a fine total on board from Gems Education, AZ?
Well, I think they certainly need at least 170 plus against this quality hero side. This time it is cut away towards deep cover, and they'll stick to one. Steady over from Ankur. 71 for 3 at the halfway stage.
Well, the new bowler has been introduced, and making his way come back into the com box is Samir Yunus. Samir, welcome back. Well, it's been a great game so far. Well controlled action and reactions as well.
Yeah, absolutely enjoyed this first half of this innings. It's been well balanced. We've been saying that from the beginning. 3 wickets. Ajman will feel like they've really dented this batting of Gems. Gems will feel like they've got the runs on the board, just need to set a platform. But unfortunately for them, other than Salman Shahid, none of the batters have looked too comfortable, and now it's up to him, Salman Shahid, to try and get a big score, get that total up to 170 as Ahmed was saying earlier. Otherwise, Gems have a very good batting, Ajman have a very good batting lineup who can chase it down easily. This has been cut away, out of the reach of the field at point. Good effort, but unfortunately, it's a boundary.
Well, a boundary that bowler would not mind. That's the plan. Let the batter play the cut shot. This time it got slightly higher, but that was a quicker. The quicker you bowl, the faster it travels. 4 runs.
And Salman is the kind of batter who likes pace on. This time it was Sajid, in fact. Most batters, in fact, they like it when you offer them pace. Uzair looking for that faster one, the leg spinner, losing control of it and dropping it short. A much needed boundary, 75 for 3 now, that projected score. They don't want to be anywhere close to 140. It's at 177 that they'll be looking at.
Yeah, for that they'll need to score 11 runs and over. A bit of a tall task against good quality bowling side of Ajman Heroes. They'll need to really work hard for that.
Gems do have the depth in their batting. We've seen them put on some really nice performances. That's been hammered down the ground. Will it be taken by the fielder? Oh, that's a brilliant effort. Just couldn't hold on to it. He got his hands up in the air on time, but just couldn't hold on. Nevertheless, wonderful effort. Saved a 6.
Well, I thought that's Rahul Chopra, not the Rahul Chopra. What an effort. Yes, he knew it. It's out of the reach. Let's save the 6 runs. He's done a wonderful job. That's clean. And a great work in the outfield.
Cut away again, but this time straight to the field at point. The good thing about that save was the timing was right, especially that of his jump. 11 done, 77 for 3. Ankur's bowled a brilliant spell. Picked up the wicket of Taimur Ali. He's just given away 12 of his 3 overs, even the run out. Coming off his bowling, applied the pressure, put together a few dot balls, and that resulted in that run out. Ali Tipu looking to get a single that was never there. And now he's come back to finish off his quota. Can he pick up one more? Bit of width offered. Lucky to not have been hit for a 4 there. What he's done well, Ankur, as he's mixed up his pace very nicely. Slowed it up when needed and then fired it in once in a while. Really kept the batters guessing. Didn't allow them to get into a rhythm.
More than that, I think what he's troubled the batter with his drift in the air. And not on that delivery, but whenever he's pitching slightly up and giving it little air, he gets that drift.
2 dot balls to begin his 4th over. It's been really well, going really well here. Oh, talk about drift. That drifted back in, but it doesn't matter to Salman Shahid because he's hammered it right past behind him, middle of the bat and middle of the side screen. A huge 6.
Well, that was inches full and full use of it. Beautifully balanced it and came forward to hit it straight over the umpire head and the bowler's head as well for a maximum 6 runs.
And quietly he's gone on to 44 now, Salman Shahid. Look at that angle he's creating. Generally you'd think a left arm spinner will take it away from the right hander, but on that occasion we saw the ball almost angling into the right hander. It can be very difficult to pick up sometimes.
Well, that's quite a bit of line and length that Ankur has to be. Hit along the carpet. They're running for 2, challenging the fielder's arm, and they'll certainly get 2 quite easily.
Oh, that's very good by the batters. They've got that 6. No need to get bogged down for the rest of the over. Collect those runs when they're available. Asif is a tall lad down there in the deep extra cover region. Had to cover some ground and then get down on his feet to pick up that ball and throw. It was enough opportunity for them to finish that second. So Salman Shahid, yes, he's naturally an aggressive cricketer, but he's doing it smart here. Curbing his instincts to go big, Salman Shahid. 12 done, 85 for 3. That's gone high up in the air, Uzair. And in fact, that's gone for a maximum, has it? Yes, it has. Wow. That didn't seem like a very aggressive stroke, but it looks like he has got the middle of the bat there.
Yeah, you don't need to really put a lot of efforts when you hit it in the middle. And that has gone all the way. Yes, it has. The best view of that ball was for the match referee, Iftikhar Ali.
Yeah, he's been sitting there, keeping a keen eye on the progress here. 6 off the first ball for Uzair. What Sajid has done well here, he hasn't taken too many risks. Yes, when it was there to be hit, he's put them away. But he's been a good partner for Salman Shahid, who's now the chief destroyer in this batting lineup. Again up in the air, and there is no protection there. And this time it'll be just one bounce. So the fielder at deep extra cover, making enough ground to stop the boundary and save 2 runs.
Yeah, they're just at least trying to get that 11 runs and over. They're well behind it. Definitely the aim is to score 170 and above. That's the idea, and that's the right tactic to attack from the ball 1.
Well, the fielders in the deep are more on the leg side. There's a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. But the bowling is all on the offside. I don't think the extra cover will cover that off. No, it's a boundary. So Uzair really bowling against his field, all the defenders in the deep except for one on the leg side, and he's been peppering that off stump line, loving free runs to the batters here.
Well, indeed, that's something they need to reconsider about bowling onto the offside, and you have a plenty of production on the leg side. Well observed, Sam. And they need to really coordinate with the captain. What is the plan? One man should make the plannings.
Oh, look at that. How unfortunate. Sajid was batting so nicely. He was middling the ball. A straighter one, cuts back in, stays low. Sajid looks to cut that, and it's got the under edge and gone on to rattle the stumps.
Yeah, chopped it onto his stumps, and that castle has been disturbed. And he's walking out, would not be happy. Got the good start, but could not finish it as he started. With a strike rate of 140, he departs, scoring 21 of 15. It's 97 for 4. Well, Balraj Singh steps in. Maybe they need some power hitting, and the right man to join in the centre alongside Salman Shahid, who's batting so well at 46.
A good ball to the new batter by Uzair. So he got hit but came back with a wicket. So you might just call that a successful over. 13 done, it's 97 for the loss of 4 Ajman Heroes. Gems Education, beg your pardon.
Well, the Dawn continues his spell from the school end. It's just hit on the own side, just a nudge for a single, and to bring in on strike the man who's doing the most of the damages.
Yeah, it's up to Salman Shahid now to really go on and close this innings off. Just under 7 overs to go. They'll be looking to get 150 plus. That's the first target. Well bowled there. He's gone for a few, but his figures don't really reflect how well he's bowled. Salman Shahid was going after him, so was Ali Tipu. And every time Gems looked like they were in on it, they kept losing the wicket and that partnership kept getting broken. And because of that, every batter had to come in and then restart. That's been the problem for them.
Well, at least he's holding one end pretty tight. And for that, I think he needs to slightly work more.
Oh, that's chipped up. Down to the fielder, deep square leg. He will come in. So when do they get going now, Abid? It's the 14th over. They've got 100 up with that single. 100 for 4 now. Do they wait around maybe 3 more overs, 4 more overs, and then really step on the gas? Or go all guns blazing from now onwards?
Well, I wouldn't be saying go now. That's not a good idea to go now, because you've got plenty of more overs to come. And also you got a few quality bowlers to face. By doing that, you might get those bowlers slightly tired as well. And also you'll see the back of Don, the experienced man, Nasir Aziz. It's not easy to hit him down
14 done. It's 101 for 4.
Well, seems the leg will continue. Picked up on the onside. That is gone. Well, that was travelling fast and gone flat 6. Balraj is now doing the damage.
Yeah, typical Balraj Singh, isn't it? Saw it there on his pads, got down on one knee and absolutely whacked it down at the deep square leg. There was a fielder there, but he doesn't mind. He backs himself to go over the fielder and clear that boundary with some ease. And that's exactly what he did. So Uzair once again starting off with that big hit. Gets hit for a 6 off the first ball. Now the rest of the over, he'll be looking to control the damage. We were talking about when is a good time for Gems to get going. I think Abid, they may have just decided it's a good time now to step on the gas. This time it's on the offside, so not sticking to one real line here, Uzair, and because of that he's been punished.
Well, I think really the way Uzair is bowling, I wouldn't mind if you take that extra cover back as well as you have the mid off, and that fielder is just running around. He's not even that extra covered region, neither in the backward point. So you need someone to be around and then invite the batter to play a cut shot. This is where he can tie the batsman. It's not easy to execute your shots when you're playing from the back foot and playing over the covers.
He's on 49 now, Salman Shahid. I've been really impressed with the way he's gone about. He's naturally a very aggressive, hard hitter of the ball. Today, though, he's been in good control. Balraj Singh looking to hoik that down the leg side. Just gets the bottom half of the bat. It'll be a single. So just a word of appreciation. He's on 49 or 40. Generally, when he scores about 49, he's at about 20 or 25 balls, Salman Shahid. But today, he's understood the needs of the team. He's adapted to the situation. And he's taken control of his innings, which is brilliant to see from your top order batter. This time it's over the cover. The fielder there has no chance to cut it off. So full outside the off stump and a deserved 50 for Salman Shahid. We were just talking about what a controlled innings this has been. And he's been the star of this Gems Education batting lineup. A real gem for Gems.
Well, indeed, well prescribed. But what a great knock he has played under pressure. Yes, there are the 50s that you talk about usually in 20 bowls, 25 deliveries. But this was special because he kept one end and did both the work. Acceleration and some sneaking singles as well. That will bring the 15 overs to an end. 116 for 4, Gems Education.
Aziz will finish off his quota here. He will be bowling to a Balraj who's looking to go big in these last 5 overs. Starts down the leg side. Little gentle appeal, but the umpire is not interested. The business end of the innings, we have the right man for it in the com box. AZ Khaja.
Good evening, Samir. Thank you for that lovely intro. Yes, Balraj Singh, already a cracking 6 over square leg to his name. And he's got an off spinner on. I think he'll back himself to clear the ropes.
Okay, look at that shot. Little jab there. He's a fielder. But the pace at which he plays that, those wrists really coming into action so fast.
Yeah, he's a clean striker of the ball. And I think they need to get up to about 170 minimum here. They need a big charge here at the death.
Flighted up. Salman Shahid goes big. That's an effort and a half, isn't it? He was under control, got there on time, tried to get it reverse cup above him, but the ball just popping out and falling behind him outside the boundary line for a 6.
Yeah, backed himself to clear the ropes and long off. Well, was he a yard in? Just bobbled the ball and should have at least saved the 6 there. Nasser Aziz, he'll be slightly annoyed with that.
And now that he's got his 50, Salman Shahid, let's see a few more strokes like that. Almost yorked himself there. Might be a 2, but no, they're not interested. Doesn't mind Balraj coming back on strike because he too can hit the ball.
Yeah, they've constructed this batting effort quite nicely. All of the batters coming in have contributed, but they need somebody to play a blinder here, a quick cameo.
Again, that Yorker length delivery. Balraj is generally a clean hitter, not able to do much over there. You're right, they need to get up to that 170 if they are to stay in this game. We know Ajman has a strong batting lineup. If they have to stay competitive, give their bowlers something to bowl at. That 160, 170 mark is a must. It's a funny game. Anything can happen. You just give yourself a chance. Don't bat yourself out of the game. Yes, they lost those 4 wickets early, but they've managed to keep those partnerships going. And the man who's been in all those partnerships is Salman Shahid. What a fine innings this has been from him.
Really a top effort, but can he put the exclamation mark? Get up to about 80, 90. Struck on the pads, but perhaps hitting him outside the line. They will scamper for a leg bye. So Nasser Aziz will complete his spell fruitless, but not too bad. None for 33 on the day. 125 for 4 with 4 overs to go.
Well, it's time for pace again for these last 4 overs. To really close things off. Zohaib is back with the ball. Gave away 19 of his first 2 overs. He'll want to make amends and try and better those figures. More importantly though, he'll want to pick up the wicket, especially that of Salman Shahid. Short, hammered away. How far has that gone? Far enough for a 6. So the same treatment, different bowler. Balraj is on his way.
Yeah, length ball and he just muscled it, didn't he? Full extension of the arms. A lot of height on it, not as much distance, but enough to carry over the ropes for a maximum. So now the intentions have been made crystal clear. Zohaib Gujjar, watch out.
Just 23 balls to go in this innings. How many can they get off that? 50, 60? Short, hit him on his helmet, I thought. I hope he's okay. They will cross over for a single. Zohaib puts his hand up. Little apology to the batter. They might have a look.
Yeah, he's pinged him there. Pacey delivery. And it came in off the deck. Was in no position to play that hook shot. And he seems to be A-okay though. That's what matters.
A typical fast bowler's response after you get hit for a 6. Bounce it back. Trouble the batter. And he's done exactly that by hitting him on the helmet. Just a quick check up there. Looks like he's all right.
He certainly does have the pace to rush you, Zohaib Gujjar. And Balraj Singh just having a bit of water. Looks totally fine. Of course, with the concussion protocols these days, you need to make sure that the batter is fully lucid, not having double vision, not having any dizziness, and that's very important. The safety standards be maintained throughout.
Yes, absolutely. After what has happened in recent times, it's always important that safety comes first. Well, while we were checking if Balraj Singh is okay, the umpire has quietly signaled that's one for the over. So now he's got 4 deliveries to go. The short ball is obviously out of the equation for him. Let's see where he goes, Zohaib. Shot again. Salman Shahid not getting over it. Just will cross over for a single.
Yeah, he has that pace to make you mistime those pull shots. And likes to bowl that ball hard into the deck, uses his height. So they've got that early 6. I think they need to be smart here. Try to use the pace of the bowler against him. There is a deep fine leg and a deep third. So whatever runs they will have to be in front of the wicket.
And that explains the length that he's bowling at. Mid-off is up in the circle, so anything full is risky. This time the fine leg comes up and the deep and the mid-wicket goes down to the boundary line. So expect something full on the legs. And it doesn't matter where you bowl because Balraj Singh is absolutely hammering that. Tonight, Singh is king.
Well, he knew the length would be full and he was ready for it. In the slot, length ball, and he's just boshed it down the ground over long on into the academy glass panel there. That's a big 6 from the big Sardar.
You can plan your field and put them out in the lines, but when someone can bludgeon the ball that hard, it doesn't matter what you do. Wide of the crease, drops it short, pulled away. Will the fielder be able to cut it off? Yes. Bit of a fumble, which allows them to get a double there. So Balraj will keep strike for this last ball.
Well, the length has just not been good enough to bowl at the death. It's back over length or slot balls. And Balraj has the power. Expensive over coming in here from Zohaib. I think Ajman Heroes might need to consider somebody to bowl his 4th over. They're asking for trouble.
Moved across to try and pull that. It will be called a wide because that was down the leg side. So quite rightly, the umpire calls it a wide. This partnership now, 44 between these two. Very quickly, 45 now with that wide.
17 runs off the over. And like you mentioned, they needed to get up to 170 plus. This is exactly the over that Gems Education needed. Now they're looking good.
Full on the leg side, a big hoik by Balraj Singh. He'll look to go in front of the wicket, but he'll go behind the wicket, behind the fielder at fine leg. And that'll be a boundary to end an expensive over from Zohaib.
21 runs off it. This was the old-fashioned French cut. And fine leg was up. They just had to miss him. Gems Education on the charge. 146 for 4.
Muhammad Ajmal. This has been sliced, but won't reach the fielder. Full delivery. Salman Shahid looking to go straight, but getting just the edge of the bat.
Well, I was expecting Ajmal to perhaps give an over or two here, but for the sake of Zohaib Gujjar, not for Muhammad Asif. So interesting, or perhaps they want Asif to come in from the other end. That would make sense to me as well. Ajmal certainly a very capable bowling all-rounder. Can bat in the top order as well if required. Very handy option to have in a T20 side. Oh, it's gone straight up, leading edge. And somehow, long off, takes an acrobatic catch there, Rahul Chopra. Beautiful balance, and that's a huge wicket.
Well, he saved a 6 earlier, went for a catch, couldn't really hold on to it, had a big jump, but this time, much more comfortable. I'm surprised he got all that distance to begin with.
Yeah, that's some willow in his hand. I thought the leading edge would remain in the inner ring, but it almost carried for 6, and it would have been if not for the brilliance of Rahul Raghubir Chopra. That's a top grab. And Balraj Singh's breezy cameo comes to an end. 29 of just 17 with 3 maximums. 147 for 5.
Well, at this stage of the game, if you need anyone to come out and bat, then it's someone like Rivlino Fernandes. Those big hands will bring out the long handle, try and finish this innings with a flurry. Muhammad Ajmal has bowled well, just his first over this. Quite surprising, the captain going with a new bowler in this business end of the innings. I'll get off the mark, Rivlino Fernandes with a single.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Samir, I think he's going to cover that over for Zohaib. But they'll make Asaf come in from this academy end and have Ajmal operating from the school end. If I'm the captain of the Heroes, I'm over assuming, but that would be the game plan for me. I don't want to give Zohaib Gujjar that 4th over.
Yeah, it would be common sense. He's gone for a few, so it'll have to be Ajmal who'll cover up for him. He's picked up a wicket, so has been quite successful. There you go. Not loving the length that the batters like. Salman Shahid looking to power that. Hasn't been himself. Yes, he's got 65 of 47. Generally, you'd associate him with hitting those big shots. But today, he's been a bit circumspect. Although he's ridden the wave, he's controlled the innings quite well for Gems Education, and that's what was important in the context of the game. Oh, how unfortunate is that for the bowler? He made room, Revlino, looking to hoik that over covers, but it's got the toe end of the bat, and it's beaten the keeper for a boundary.
Well, Samir, you say unfortunate, but I say that's a bad length. It's just giving him an opportunity to free his arms. Genuine outside edge and nobody had slipped. So they've picked up yet another boundary when they needed it.
Don't be surprised, Ahmad, if I side with the bowler more often than not, being a fast bowler myself. So, feeling for Ajmal. But you're right, not the length you want to be bowling at this stage of the match. Slowed it up. Very nice. Good variations. That's what you need. A good over. Picked up the wicket of Balraj Singh, who was going so well. 18 done. Just 2 more to go. 153 for 5. Just as you guessed, Azy, Muhammad Asif is the one who will close this out. His last over, 19th over, is the one he'll be bowling. So mid-on and mid-off are down, long on and long off in place. Third man and fine leg are up. In fact, third man is down because deep square leg has come up now. So deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, and protection on the offside at deep extra cover. Oh, starts off with a wide delivery down the leg side.
Well, I'm not really sure about having square leg in the circle here, Samir. Fine leg is up, fair enough. But if he's going to bowl that line, all it takes is a flick over the leg umpire and it's a certain boundary. I don't like that mid-wicket either. Keep him in the ring and keep a deep square leg.
Yeah, generally you find a lot of teams have got this new ply of attacking the offside because it's a more difficult shot to play in the death overs. So maybe a couple of fielders in the boundary on the offside and then keep bowling that length. This has been hammered. Salman Shahid in on the act again. Again, we talk about field placements, we talk about strategy, we talk about plans, but if the batter can hit it like that, none of that matters.
Well, whenever they've required a maximum from Salman Shahid, he has delivered, whether it be in the power play versus spin or at the death. Another power hit over to that glass panel for a priceless maximum.
So Muhammad Asif now with a wide and a 6 under pressure. They want to end things well here for Ajman Heroes. They've gone for a few in these last few overs. Outside the off stump, again powered away. Point and third man are converging. The third man is the one who will do the cleaning up for a couple of runs.
Yeah, it was an off-pace delivery, very short and very wide. And Salman Shahid will be kicking himself. He should have uppercut that over point for at least a boundary. He will pick up 2 though. 73 not out. He's played a gem of an innings.
Well, the good thing he did there, Asif, was he did not offer much pace. So really you have to bring out all that strength. Salman Shah has been out there from the time they've started. So must be feeling the heat. A bit of fatigue maybe kicking in. Yeah, that's the length you want to bowl. You've got deep extra cover. Always a more difficult shot to play on the offside. You generally are a strong onside player when you're looking to power the ball. So that should be the plan from Ajman Heroes.
Can they go at 13 runs per over, 180 plus? I think that would be an absolute thriller of a run chase. And of course, this is the battle of the top sides of Group A in the Arabian Cricket League. So expect this game to go right down till the final ball.
2 more to go for Muhammad Asif. Short. Revlino clearing that leg, looking to whack that, but the umpire thought that there was a wide. Marginal call maybe.
Yeah, I think he's unlucky there. He backed away from the ball there. When Asif was in his delivery stride, he was well within his rights to bowl it a touch wider. But the umpire has given it as an extra. Akhtar Hussain, the umpire there, must be a batter back in his days.
Well, he'll have to re-bowl that now. 3 more to go in his over. Got the top under the bat, and that's an easy catch for mid-off. Good short delivery, not allowing any room to Revlino. He looked to clear that leg of his and hammer that down the leg side, but he got the top edge of the bat. And an easy catch from mid-on.
Yeah, tried to bunt it over mid-off. Adnan Arif, very safe pair of hands. And bit of a juggle there, but safely done in the end. So that's a big wicket to pick up. It wasn't Revlino's night tonight. Gone for 5. It's 164 for 6.
Asim Arshad will come out to play these last 8 deliveries. Again, back off a length. So he's come back well, Muhammad Asif, after getting hit for that 6. He's figured out the length to bowl.
Yeah, he's kept the ball away from the right-handers, not bowling in their arc. And even with mid-off up, I think he's bowled a pretty decent over. You expect to go for at least 11, 12 runs at the death.
It reminds me of a much older version of an Isuru Udana. Not much pace, left arm, tall lad, mixes it up. Let's see how he can finish here. One more ball to go. Can he close it off well? Salman Shahid will be looking to finish with a boundary. Oh, just pulls back.
Well, you did mention Udana. He's not a spring chicken himself. Remember seeing him way back in the 2009 T20 World Cup when Shahid Afridi smashed him over mid-wicket for 6. But he developed a decent white ball career after that.
Yeah, a lot of people felt that he was praised more than what he was worthy of. Never really delivered when it mattered. Played a few good innings here and there, bowled well here and there. Good finish by Muhammad Asif. Salman Shahid looking to get under that, but never really got a connection. So good in the end for Asif. He's picked up 2 wickets, given away 31 runs, 19 done, 1 more to go, 165 for 6. It's the last over. Asim looking to power that. Just be 1 bounce to the fielder. Single to start off this ultimate over for Gems Education. How much can they get, AZ? Can they get that 180 mark?
Well, Samir Jr. has said we'll go up to 190. But that looks a fair distance away. 24 runs required. Ajmal. Well, if he misses his length, he might be in business. But Salman Shahid, they've got the right man on strike.
Slower delivery. He's driven that with some authority, and the fielder, I don't think, can cut it off. No, he doesn't. So he goes in on his very way, Salman Shahid. He's looked the most settled batter out there tonight. And a boundary in this last over.
Yeah, read that slower delivery beautifully and just pumped it past the extra cover. Slight misfield, but they'll take it any which way they come at this stage of the game. And he's carried his bat 78 not out right from ball 1. He's been there for Gems Education. A gem of an innings.
Putting his hands up for that player of the match award. Makes room. That might be a call. Yes, it is. The umpire has given it. Moved across, exposed all 3 stumps and got rattled on the stump, on the pads. That looked out. That was definitely going on to hit the stumps.
Well, the commentator's curse strikes again, just as I was saying he would carry his bat. And yeah, struck on that off stump. Trying to be a bit too fanciful there. But it's a brilliant innings. 78 off 53. 6 maximums in that. I think he set them on the way to a very big total. Well played, young man. 170 for 7. So it's Binny Raghunath, the burly fast bowler, coming in at number 9. Mohammad Ajmal. Oh, bowled him! There you go. Chopped onto the stumps, off the pads. And he's had quite a day. 3 wickets in just 9 deliveries.
Yeah, how good is that? Why wasn't he bowling earlier? He's picked up 3 wickets in just his second over. In the 20th over of the innings, Binny Raghunath will have to be in and out. He's walked in and he's walking out after the first ball. He'll have to come back and bowl though. 170 for 8.
So it's going to be Mohammad Ajmal on a hat-trick. Ahmed Zaman, the new ball bowler for Gems, coming in. And could we see another magic moment here? Always beat him outside off. What is he asking for?
Well, he was looking leg side, so I don't think he saw the ball going where it was going on the offside. Yeah, he's taken his eyes off the ball. Look at that. Completely turned around and is then expecting the umpire to call it a wide. So they're on 170. Just one more ball to go.
Well, somebody needs to tell Ahmed Zaman it's not illegal to swing the ball in cricket. He swings it plenty himself. So final delivery. I think they've done a good job here.
That's high up in the air. I don't think he's got the distance. The fielder getting underneath it. Oh, he fell down too early, I thought.
Oh, catch, I think.
No, it's not a catch. He's dropped it.
Well, he half claimed it. Let's take a look. Genuine top edge towards deep mid wicket. And Sagar Kalyan, yeah, the body language doesn't suggest he's taken it. Good effort though. Went high up in the air, into the floodlights, and yeah, I think it's gone down. So they will conclude with 2 on the final delivery. We're just waiting for confirmation from the umpire. But overall, I think it's a pretty handy score. 172 for 8 in the allotted 20 overs. Good job, Gems Education.
Now got off to a troubled start, but after that it was Salman Shahid and the rest of the batters all chipping in some way or the other, somehow getting their team to this respectable total of 172. Yes, they lost 8 wickets, more than what they would have wanted to, but eventually, from how they started off, they'll be happy to be where they are now, Gems Education. Now it's up to their bowlers to come out and defend this as the Ajman heroes come out to bat. It was Salman Shahid though at the top with 78 off 53. Generally an aggressive cricketer. Even that strike rate by his standards is quite low. But he did the job for his team today. Shahzad Ali, Taimur Ali failing to deliver. Ali Tipu had a bit of a cameo, 12 off 9 for him. But that partnership with Sajid Iqbal and Balraj Singh, both of them getting in the 20s and setting the tone for Gems Education to get to this total of 172 for 8, ably assisted by those extras. 10 given away by Ajman heroes. Well, Ajman, they bowled well in patches. The spinners, especially Ankur Sangwan, Nasir Aziz, just going at 5 and 8 runs and over. The fast bowlers though going for a few, especially Zuhaib, none for 39 in his 3 overs. In the end, it was Ajmal who really dented that end that they were getting to at one point. They were going quite well. Almost looked like they'll get about 190, 200. But those 3 wickets from Ajmal in the end, stemming the flow of runs and ensuring that they only get 172. Can Ajman heroes come back to chase this? Well, let's wait and find out. They need 173 in their allotted 20 overs. They require it at an 8.65 per over. Can or can't they chase this total down? We'll find out in a few minutes. We'll be back with the live action.
Welcome back, viewers, to this ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by Fan Code. It is the hard-hitting, left-hander, stylish batsman, one of my favorites, Khalid Shah, who knows one way, which is a highway. He really goes hard at the bowlers from the bowl one. Will be interesting to see him partnering alongside Ajmal. The two solid batters together for Ajman Heroes. And alongside me, I've got a partner as well. It's Easy. Khwaja, welcome to the Combox.
Thank you very much, Abid. So it's going to be Binny Raghunath with the new ball for Gems Education. Their regular opening fast bowler, slingy action, pardon me, has plenty of pace about him as well. There is nobody at deep square leg immediately for Khalid Shah. There is a deep fine leg and the deep third. So Binny perhaps will be looking to pitch the ball back of a length, force those horizontal bat shots. It's a target of 173 for Ajman Heroes. Can they remain unbeaten in the Arabian Cricket League?
Well, we had a team was undefeated until the last game they played, Future Mattress. They've lost the game after scoring 200 runs. Well, that kind of a day it was, but that is in the past now. It's Ajman Heroes who's just looking to retain their title of being undefeated in this tournament of SkyExchange.net ICC Cricket Academy Arabian Cricket League 2023, 2022 and 2023, powered by, of course, Fan Code. Underway, the action. Binny, first ball, swinging, looking for the bats, driven on the onside, chase for the captain, and that's kind of a start you expect when Khalid Shah is batting. What a great start.
Beautiful clip through mid-wicket there. He kept his shape, played it as straight as possible. Beautiful shot. And once it beat the mid-on, Ali Tipu had absolutely no chance. So just the way you want to start a run chase, with a classy, well-timed boundary.
Well, immediately, Binny was kind of looking for that wicket, and I think the idea was right, but the execution got a little wrong. He bowled slightly full, and he didn't get that swing that he was expecting from the new ball as well. So it's kind of a hard work for the seamers up front. They rely heavily on the swing. When it gets perfectly swing and the control as well, it turns out your way. Otherwise, the batters in this sort of format are usually looking for only one slight mistake. The margin of error is almost to zero. Second ball. Khalid goes and onto the back foot, and the ball swings, and that goes down the leg side. That's what I was talking about, AZ. The swing is a hard work to do, controlling it.
Well, they've taken that first slip out and they put him at mid-wicket. So they've clearly changed their game plan. They want Binny to pitch the ball up, look to swing it into the pads of Khalid Shah, and given him some protection on the leg side. And we have seen Khalid Shah tends to play across his front pad, can be dismissed that way.
And horizontally, please. Again, down the leg side, this time keeper. Missed that one. Well, you only got to blame two man, the bowler and the wicket keeper.
Well, what was happening there? Burst out of his hands. Got a bit big on him. Yeah, you can see in the end he was just protecting his face. 5 wides for Ajman Heroes. That will certainly help them along. They've already taken 9 runs. In fact, 10 runs off one legal delivery.
Quite a bit of awkward position the keeper was at. I think he was late to position himself. Maybe that lifting himself was a bit late there and got onto the awkward position. Quite a convincing start. One more time onto the leg side. Well, that's what happens when you don't practice a lot against the left-handers. Out of syllabus, you get one batter batting in front with the left hand.
Yeah, he's bowling with a lot of pace, but just lacking the control. Perhaps needs to just cut down on it, find the right areas first. Having a discussion with his captain. There is a hint of swing, and he has that slingy arm action. And it's going to be a long over, just like Zohaib Gujjar's first one for the Heroes. This time punched off the back foot, will be cleaned up by the point fielder. A dot ball.
Well, really does not harm here the dot balls, because the runs that you need has come out quite convincingly. The first two deliveries itself, despite that you bowled one dot ball out of it. So imagine the number of extras that you have given unnecessarily. Now that is where you just get that pressure off the batter.
Yeah, they're not defending 200 plus. It's only about 170 odd. Required run rate is just 8.2. So you need to bowl well with the new ball.
Now, how often we have seen that Khalid Shah camping on the back foot, but he just tried to get some wood on it and the ball raised towards the fence. What a boundary, timely boundary. And this outfield helped its way getting towards the fence.
Well, he found that gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. There you go. Only a few yards between them. But once it hits the gap, down the slope, you have no chance. Good tonight, be Khalid Shah's night.
And I think he should convert this good start into the great. From over here, he can only build this inning. No pressure whatsoever. 173 was the target, but you got 15 in just 3 deliveries. Imagine. Now that's what you need to do. Just apply yourself, play little deep. Now nicely done. That was a good ball from Binny. He saw that, expected that ball will be slightly bang shot. Khalid played with soft hands.
Yeah, that's where he needs to bowl. Back of a length, swinging into the pads. But good running, good communication with Mohammad Ajmal and Khalid Shah. Quickly picking up a single within the ring.
Yeah, he's just quick between the wicket. He's super fit, Khalid Shah. And that's the key, that you need to be fit to play some quality cricket. And that's what this man is all about. Very cautious with his fitness, Khalid Shah. Now, facing first delivery is Mohammad Ajmal. This is quite a bit of a new role for him to open the innings. With soft hands, and he'll stay where he was.
Yeah, they've put a slip in place for him, so they are inviting that cover drive from Ajmal. Like you mentioned, not a regular opener, but they have used him in that role. They're making Sagar Kalyan and Rahul Chopra bat together at 3 and 4. I think they're a very good combination to have.
Well, I'm sure Sagar and Rahul, both of them, they played a lot of cricket together, not only here but back home as well. I think Adnan Al-Mulk, the captain, has been missing out from the action. Usually, that was very close to chop onto his sticks. Was an entertaining over. Comes to, and finally, it's 16 for none at the end of first.
So it's going to be Ahmed Zaman sharing the new ball as usual with Binny Raghunath. Has a short run up, but has that unique ability to swing the ball both ways. Can do that even on one delivery here, Abid. Very interesting bowler.
Well, it takes only good 10 deliveries to take those 10 wickets, let me tell you. That's not the case. You need a support from the wicket as well, from your fielders also. Your keeper should be so accurate behind the stumps to complete a team game. Yeah, you were right there. He bowls those heavy ball. Likes to hit the deck hard. And bowls as well onto the good length area.
Yeah, that's a good area to bowl to Khalid Shah. cramp him for room. Don't allow him to free his arms. He likes to belt the ball straight and behind point. Those are his strong zones.
Just open the face of the blade and off to a quick single, and they'll be looking to convert overthrows.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary. The point fielder getting excited. There was no backup there. There's a deep square leg way back on the fence. So that was an easy two on the overthrows. Smart thinking from Khalid Shah and Ajmal.
But with a blink of eyes, they're off to single and doubles. That's what you need. The slip is on for Khalid. He doesn't seem to be liking this angling away from the left-hander. That's the area where you get that slightly blind spot where you cannot swibble.
Yeah, he likes to play off the back foot, Khalid Shah. He won't be using his feet a lot, but that allows him to use his arms. He really times the ball beautifully.
Now I would call it that's a risky move from Khalid Shah, knowing that that was very close to that leg stick. Yes, that will be wide, but that was angling in. So you might got castle there. You need to be careful.
Yeah, you need to be very aware of your leg stump. Although we usually say that about your off stump. But the way Khalid Shah bats, sometimes he is prone to getting bowled around his legs.
Well, that's the reason they take the leg stump first. And most of the batters, they do take that leg stump for a reason that they exactly need to know where their leg stump is. And for as a batter, you need to know where your off stump is. So it's very, very important to be aware what's behind you. Final two deliveries from Ahmed Zaman. Tries to charge. Now that's a frustration because he was not getting room. He tried to make one and couldn't get. Well bowled there by Ahmed. He followed him a bit there.
Yeah, there's no need for these shots. You're going along very nicely. You've already picked up 20 runs. Current run rate of 10.9. If you've been gifted those extras by Gems Education, you don't want to bring them back into the game with a silly shot to gift your wicket. Mohammad Ajmal yet to get off the mark. He's been quite watchful.
There you go, up in the air, could be a chance. Bowler settling underneath, takes the wicket. Ahmed Zaman gets the reward for bowling some quality bowls, and he's been getting reward, and that's the man. Then Ajman departs Ajmal without troubling the scorer.
Yeah, just quickly through the shot, leading edge. And that was an absolute dolly for Ahmed Zaman. So they've got that early wicket. Mohammad Ajmal did not trouble the scorers tonight. 20 for 1. So the new batter coming in is the classy Sagar Kalyan, and a new bowler being introduced here. Mohammad Jamshed being introduced into the attack. He's had a very good Arabian Cricket League so far, taking plenty of wickets. So Bini Raghunath immediately pulled after that expensive first over. Proactive captaincy from Ali Tipu is making sure that they remain on their A game. Slicing it uppishly towards backward point. That's a risky shot there from Khalid Shah. If you want to play it aerial, you have to go full-blooded. Try to loft it over the point fielder with some distance to spare. Otherwise, that chip could easily go straight to him. Good start for Jamshed. Bang on a length. Very rhythmical bowler. Has a balanced run-up. And quick arm action. Once again trying that same shot. Chance for a run out. And Sagar Kalyan had to be on his toes there. So he's bowling with a lot more consistency. You will see Binu Raghunath go for runs on occasion because he pitches the ball up, slingy action. Tries to challenge the batter on the front foot in the power play. So far, Jamshed has settled into a very good line in length. Good looking drive. Once again, the point fielder super active. I think it's Sajid Iqbal there, working hard in the inner ring.
Well, the first over going for plenty of runs, but it's been a good recovery from the partner of Bini. First, Ahmed Zaman bowled an exceptional over, and now these first three deliveries, Jamshed is absolutely bowling on money. He's not offering a lot of room to the left-hander, stylish left-hander Khalid Shah. And all of a sudden you see him, he used to had the start, 2 boundaries, 12, now with 12 deliveries. Now that's where you can find the batter struggling. Oh, that's given as wide. Quite close call.
Yeah, Akhtar Hussain, our umpire there. Once again, yeah, perhaps out of his reach. Well, Mohammad Jamshed, he has 9 wickets in the Arabian Cricket League already. This is his 5th match, so he's been outstanding.
And my only concern is if Khalid Shah keeps on playing a lot of dot balls and not rotating his strike, you never know, he'll be finding himself in a little bit of a bother. Might play that shot, rash shot. Oh, this one is beautifully played, but they have a plan, boy. Great planning there. They've set the field according to the bowling set.
Yeah, he's batting on 13 of 13 with 2 boundaries. So apart from that, he's just struggling to get the ball away. And this is the key wicket though, Sagar Kalyan. If Gems Education can get him out early, then I think the Heroes will be in a lot of trouble.
Usually bats sitting as number 1 batter opener. Now because of team is doing well and that position of number 3 is suiting him, so does for Ajman Heroes. That's working. They've been undefeatable. Just glided to the 3rd. The beautiful way to open your account. Very watchful Sagar Kalyan.
Yeah, played with a lot of control. He's a tall lad, so back of length stuff or short stuff won't really bother him. But Jamshed, excellent over so far, right on the money.
But have a mixed bit of a start there. The first over going for 16. That is where Gems Education leaked some runs. But since then the recovery has been tremendous. They picked up a wicket and given only 6 runs. Commentators' curse is a thing, let me tell you.
Yeah, just when we were praising their backup bowlers or their secondary bowlers, they've conceded needless runs as wides. They need to plug that hole for sure, because other than that, they've been bowling quite well.
Well, what I know about Khalid Shah is that he's usually looking for that solid hit where you get the middle of the bat, and that's where you get the confidence. Once this batter gets into his confidence, it's very difficult to get him out. Going onto that back foot and given. That's given. That was always a doubtful, but yes, the umpire is having and called it out. Look at that, maybe inside edge.
Well, that was very close. Was it pitching in line? Big, passionate appeal from Mohammad Jamshed, and he's got the decision in his favour. A huge blow to the Heroes. Khalid Shah sent back for 13, 24 for 2. So Ahmed Zaman will continue. They've got 2 wickets in the power play. Gems Education, Khalid Shah, very close LBW shout given in favor of the bowlers. And now Rahul Chopra in at 4. This is the game right here for the Heroes.
Keeper couldn't grab that one. That will run down the hill for 4 runs. Not a great day with the gloves.
Yeah, I think the keeper is standing too close there. Reacted late. And of course, he played a very long innings, batted for 19 overs. Salman Shahid. So he's just struggling behind the sticks here. 5 wides. Once again, Ajman Heroes, most of their runs have come through extras.
Indeed. It's battle within the Gem Education because they've been giving runs by the extras. Oh, now that was a good delivery. Now you really need to bend down for that. And he did great job, Ahmed Zaman.
He does have that natural ability to swing the ball late in both directions. You have to be very watchful against him. And off such a short run up, you don't think he'll be that quick, Abid.
But those shoulders says a different story. And that upper body is quite a bit of a solid there. That says that he can generate pace even with the 2 steps.
Yeah, you can see, you're speaking about body. The body language of Gems Education has completely changed. They're really attacking the ball here, making a lot of noise, backing up their fast bowlers, backing up the fielders. They sense that they have the game in control.
He's angling into the right-hander, just keeping them quiet, and that's what Ajman Heroes would be doing also. They'll be happy to rotate this strike because they've got both their openers back in the hut. Clearly the first phase of the game belongs to Gems Education of this innings. All they need to do is pick up one of these batters out inside power play, and I think Gems Educations will find themselves getting upper hand in the game.
And of course, whoever wins this contest will go top of Group A on 10 points. So very, very crucial encounter indeed.
Now, you need a big heart to bowl full with the new bowl. But I think that's the right way to do against the new batter. Rahul Chopra was just walked in, maybe facing his first or second delivery.
I'd like to see a slip in place though. They've spread the field out for Rahul. Why not back your fast bowler here?
Or maybe the reason they don't have a slip because Ahmed Zaman is going to bowl those in-swingers and probably will be looking to attack the body line.
Yeah, you're right. They do have a mid-wicket who's a few yards in. So perhaps looking for that clip in the air. There is a deep square leg and a deep third man. Perhaps test him with the short ball. Why not? A surprise delivery.
Good over from Ahmed Zaman. He's recovered really well. It's 30 for 2 at the end of 4.
So Mohammad Jamshed will continue. Steady first over. You would say it was his dot ball pressure created on Khalid Shah that got him the wicket. Beautiful bowling. Attempted Yorker. Nicely read by Sagar though.
Nicely bowled. Now what I have reckoned that AZ, most of these bowlers of Gems Education, they are not shy away from bowling full against these 2 new batters. That's the way that they will not be comfortable playing those full end deliveries until they get settled. Then once they get settled, you need to come up with a different line and length.
Yeah, you have to back yourself with the new ball. If you do have the skill to extract swing, then why not go for it? You have some runs on the board. You can afford to attack a bit. And so far they've done the job.
That driven nicely, but that fielder, Barrage out there, diving and saving definite boundary.
He's a very good fielder, has taken a few brilliant catches during the Arabian Cricket League. They always have him manning one side of the fence, and looks like he's all right after that blow to the lid. Looks to be moving well in the outfield as well. Good signs.
Well, that swiveled really well. Out of nowhere, he's put that one onto the onside to get to.
Yeah, he's not the most natural player of the pull shot. Likes to loft the ball over the covers. Just hurried onto him there from Jamshed.
Yeah, and it seems that this wicket is asking the batter to play on the onside. A bit of extra bounce, bit of skid as well.
Well, it's the perfect time to bowl at the ICC Academy. The floodlights are kicked in. There's no dew about. It's too early in the evening for that. So that's why they're making hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, testing the batter. That would be given one of the over.
Good change of length there. Smart bowling from Jamshed. He saw Sagar was backing away, so bowled it out of his arc. And that time the dynamic crease rule. Yeah, it was slightly high, but Sagar is also a tall lad. Must be about 6'3".
I think that was a good call there. That was definitely one for the over. Not over the batter's head to go for wide. But a great comeback by Gems Education. Look at that. He bowled short and he's come in with the fuller. Some great strategy there.
Once again, Sagar exposing all three sticks. But this time it was in the block hole, nicely dug out. And required run rate is already leapt above 9. And look at this spell from Jamshed. He's only conceded 8 runs in 11 deliveries. Fantastic rhythm he's bowling with these days.
Quite a bit of a challenge there for Jamshed to keep these batters quiet, because both of them are fantastic batters. They love to play the occasion, especially into the power play. You talk about Sagar Kalyan, who likes to hit the ball hard. There you go. You talk about it and he delivers. Beautiful shot on the onside. No chance for any fielder. You'll need 10 out of 11 fielders to be out, but still not get to it.
Well, that is the class of Sagar Kalyan. Look at that in the slot. And lovely hands through the ball. And time to perfection for a maximum 40 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. Sagar Kalyan is on his way.
He played on the onside. He'll just take a single, and just maybe the right time to bring in the combos. A bit of change while Ahmed goes for having some snacks, and Sam's joined me here.
Where's my snack? But we've been treated to some very good quality cricket, one might say that, because this game, a very similar kind of start for Ajman Heroes that Gems Education had. Full, beautifully driven, over cover. That's a boundary. How nicely has he played that shot, Sagar Kalyan? We just saw him score a huge 6 down the ground. This time he shows us that he's equally good on the offside. What a strike.
Beautifully played, and that to a delivery that was coming into him. It is not easy to play Ahmed Zaman. He negotiated with that beautifully. He didn't go for making a lot of room. Just found it outside off.
Oh, tried to step forward. Not sure what he's asking for, because the ball did bounce after it passed the batter. So even if it did hit the bat, There would be no chance there. They were building a bit of pressure, Gems Education, with some quality bowling. It would have been a full toss had he stayed on his crease. It would have been easy to tuck it away. Fine leg is up.
But Sam, I say that they are building the pressure but not picking up the wicket. That's been the concern. They need to pick up wicket. One of these batters, they can turn out to be really, really dangerous in the end.
With shots like that. Wow, look at that. Effortless. Just a swing of the bat. And that ball is lost in those practice nets here at the ICCA Academy. Now all that pressure we talked about, Abid, is slowly getting released.
Well, he hardly had a look onto the ball that was travelling. That sounded well, that was middled well, and that far it goes when it's everything right.
So 11 off this over from Ahmed Zaman, proving to be expensive. 50 up for Ajman Heroes with that big strike from Sagar Kalyan. Well, he's come out with some intent, Sagar, today.
Well, your coaches always tell you, Sam, that just stay there and the wicket, the runs will come somehow, and that's what we are witnessing here.
Well, I'll tell you, Sagar isn't allowing the runs to come to him. He's going towards the runs. Some serious striking here. And I guess that's the way to go. You don't want to, just because you're chasing 170 in the context of this tournament, that's not a great total, but still, go out and play a natural game, and that's what Sagar has done so well. Yes, James will bowl well, but the last couple of overs, they're just letting things loose a bit. It might just hurt them.
Yeah, mind you, they just James Education managed to score 40 in the power play. Slow one, quicker one, but the result will remain the same.
Yeah, this is not good. This is just not good enough from Gems. They're losing it here. They were bowling so well. Yes, they had a horrid first over, but after that, they picked up those 2 wickets. But now it's just very ordinary bowling. Ahmed Zaman looking to mix things up. A slow full toss outside the off stump, and Sagar Kalyan, the kind of form he's in, he's not going to miss out on those. Rahul Chopra has been a spectator from the non-strikers' end. Looking to stand and deliver that, but it's beaten. So end of an expensive over from Ahmed Zaman. In the power play, it's 55 for 2.
And it will be awesome to bowl from the ICC academic end. And now Rahul is doing exactly what needs to be done when he sees his partner is batting so flawless.
Well, that was a risky 2 to take, but in the end, he'll finish comfortable. And you're right, Rahul Chopra is the kind of batter we've seen him play these kind of innings. He prefers to be the quiet one in the partnership, slowly makes his way to a good score, sticks around, tries to bat the long innings, and he'll love this role. He wouldn't mind the batter from the other end going for those big shots, and he can just continue to play his natural game, that is to nudge them around and keep crossing the strike.
And he comes to naturally the style of the batter that I usually love to watch, who kind of spend some time in the center, just anchor the inning. Back in the days, we used to see a lot of batters used to do this job when they used to come at number 4. Well, perhaps I think Sangakkara used to come at number 4.
Down the leg side for wide, the keeper not getting all his hands into it. Oh, again, could have been a direct hit. And that'll be 2 wides. Yeah, Kumar Sangakkara. Well, just his name brings a smile to your face, doesn't he? What a fine batter. What a fine servant of Sri Lankan cricket. That cover drive of his, I don't think any batter in the world, past, present or future, can play it as well as him. He did bat at number 3 a lot of his cricket career. Started off at number 4, but then he figured that number 3 is his best position, especially in tests. After he gave up wicket keeping, that's when he really reveled among the runs. Slower delivery from Asim Arshad, just looping it up with an off cutter. They're doing it smartly here, Ajman. They know they are on that good run required run rate, 8.3 required now. So they're just knocking it around. They know the loose balls will come, and until they do, just keep getting those singles.
Yeah, indeed. Talking about the greats, that was one of the finest left-hander who can drive the ball through the air. Sangakkara. Flick on the onside again here. That will be a single, I reckon. Well, Sri Lanka had this pair of the batters all this time. They had Kumara Sangakkara alongside him. It was Mahela Jayawardena, and before that it was Kalu Vidrana alongside Jayasuriya. Of course, they had a kind of these now, even in the past the series we have seen that there was Angela Matthews alongside Chandimal.
That's been pulled away, and that's in the gap. Sagar Kalyan, well, there's no stopping him. He is going about his merry ways. Stepped forward and pulled it away for a boundary.
Great shot. That was hit hard, but all along the carpet. Now Sagar Kalyan seems to be a dangerous batter.
Yeah, he's in good form. He'll want to stay out there, get a big one. Oh, that's looped up, but he'll be lucky that didn't go straight to the fielder. So another good over for Ajman Heroes. 7 done, 65 for 2.
Well, it's time for the captain to come in and take things on his own hand. Ali Tipu coming in from the school end.
It's been guided away. And they'll take a quick single. That shouldn't have been one. Asim Arshad just after that over of his, probably feeling a little tired. And the left arm spinner for Ajman Heroes, Ankur Sangwan, bowled a brilliant spell. And Ali Tipu here, if he can better him, maybe pick up 2-3 wickets and keep the run scoring down, then GEC have a good chance of getting back into this game.
Driven nicely. They'll get single only onto that because there is a deep extra cover sweeper there. So, but for me, I think the soon they get rid of this pair, the better for Gems Education it is. Simple as that.
This is the one. This is the pair that they need to somehow get rid of. Very well pointed out, Abid. Sagar Kalyan, for the way he's batting, he looks in fine touch, and we know what Rahul Chopra can do. Proved himself many times. Tucked away down the leg side. And see, that's the good thing about this pair. They're not just coming out with all guns blazing. They know they're chasing 8.4 and over. They're doing it very smartly. Whenever that loose ball is there, it's been put away. And then when it's not on offer, it's those singles. This over, without much effort, 3 singles. Now Ali Tipu here is desperate for a wicket. He will bowl a loose ball every once in a while. Oh, very dangerous. Lucky it didn't chop off to the stumps.
Yeah, it was very close there, Ali Tipu, to get a wicket of Sagar Kalyan. And what I think the idea would be here, the Rahul Chopra to face most of the deliveries of Ali Tipu, because he's someone who's so strong against the spinners. Sagar Kalyan, he will get slight bit of a timing to get back into that spinners because he's been timing well against the fast bowlers.
Nice front foot forward defense. Generally, you see that in test matches played more often. Not the one today, though. England absolutely hammering a young Pakistani bowler's outfit, breaking all sorts of records.
Yeah, the weather is fantastic today out there.
Expect Abid to change the subject. Expect him to do that. Well, end of a good over from Ali Tipu. Just bringing things back slightly. 8 overs done, 70 for 2.
Well, he had a horror show in his first over, gone for 16 runs, plenty of them coming down the leg side. And now he's making his comeback into the spell. Binny.
Just losing his rhythm. Bowled well in the previous game that he played. Really set the tone for Gems Education. He's got a slingy action. Back of a length. It'll be a single for Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, you just can't take your good bowler out of the attack because he's went for runs in his first over. Yes, you can understand it's a new ball, hard to control, especially for swinging action. The bowlers like Lassit Malinga.
Yeah, that for me, honestly, Abid, is one of the biggest problems captains have. Well, you've got to back your best bowler, even though he's gone for runs. And then if he does keep getting hit, people are going to point the finger at the captain and say, well, he was going for runs, why did you give it to him? But then as a captain, you know he's your best bowler out there in the park. He's proved himself so many times. It is such a dilemma. This one takes the outside edge. It doesn't get too much bat on it.
It's that kind of a day for Binny. He's bowled the best delivery but didn't get a wicket. He got close to it. And now look at that required and current run rate. Both are neck to neck.
Yeah, this is what they want to do, Ajman Heroes. Maybe don't try too hard to pick up a wicket. Bring in those dot balls, bring in some discipline into your bowling. Ali Tipu bowled a very good first over in that last over. Now, all Binny needs to do is stitch together a few dot balls and the mistake will come. Just like when you keep getting those singles, the loose ball will come. From the bowler's perspective, keep stitching the dot balls and the batter's mistake will come.
Very well described. Now, this is what I've been talking about, Rahul Chopra. His wrist is so accurate and really easy that when he twists those wrists.
Yeah, soft hands and fast wrists. It's a gift that not many batters have. The ones that have it make full advantage of it. It's a good comeback from Binny Raghunath. Went for plenty in the first one. Just 4 singles now. 3 singles for that matter.
Well, I would back your decision that there was, as you said, that for batter it is to look for one loose delivery, but for bowler it's just that one good delivery.
Absolutely. And T20s, that's what it is. It's such fine margins. One ball, one decision that you make can take the game completely away from you.
Sagar must be looking for the big shot.
Well, I'm not sure if that was the right shot to play. It was a Yorker length delivery. Somehow Sagar Kalyan got under it and swatted it away down at third man, and that went so fast the fielder had no chance. Risky shot, but maximum reward.
Well, tell me, when was the last time when you saw that the Yorker length delivery going towards the third? It used to happen back in 80s or maybe 90s. Sagar is playing the modern day cricket. He's not having any worries where he is going to play now. That kind of a settled he is.
And he's also proving that he's not just one of those bludgeoners of the ball. He also has those deft touches, which is exactly what he did against Binny Raghunath. Now those 3 singles and a boundary, they've got this over covered now. They'll easily get that 8.5 runs per over, which is what their requirement is at this stage. Nicely driven. Ali Tipu cuts it off. Be a dot ball. So pressure on the captain now. They desperately need the wicket of Sagar Kalyan. He's playing a similar kind of innings that Salman Shahid did. But he'll have to be slightly better, and the other batters will have to contribute a bit more if Ajman Heroes are to get over the line. Right now, I would say it's neck and neck. Well poised this game for a good finish.
Yeah, that's what we need. But it's that wickets column is worrying Gems Education. They need to pick up a wicket here. Rahul or Sagar, one of these batters, played slightly late, and that will conclude the over. Over number 9 gone, 78 for 2, Ajman Heroes.
Ali Tipu bowled a good first over. He'll want to continue that. A bit of a shout, but no, that's probably going down leg side. Asif Iqbal, bit of a smile. He knows there was a shout out of desperation rather than conviction from Ali Tipu.
Yeah, there you go. On to the pads that came in with the arm. I'm excited there, but I don't know. Not too sure what was that appeal for. That was too loud appeal. For that ball was definitely down the leg side.
Big shot down the ground, and that's cleared the side screen quite comfortably in the end. Sagar Kalyan, what a fine knock he's playing. 45 of 26 to him now.
He shoots it, and that's a shooting star for me. Goes up and over. Handsome looking shot. What a comeback this has been from the batter. The last delivery was coming in with the arm. Troubled Sagar Kalyan a bit. But I think that was the best way to get out of the pressure. It just had been applied from the bowler. He's hit him straight down the ground, and that's the best place where you can put down and get maximum reward for it. 6 runs, and he's just 5 shy of 50. Sagar Kalyan, what a knock this has been. Now talk about partnership as well. The 60 runs partnership.
Yeah, this might just be the partnership that will change the game in Ajman Heroes' favour. Looks to cup that, but just got an under edge. Didn't really get all of it. But what a fine knock this has been. 45 of 27. And the best part about it is there's been no unconvincing strokes or strokes made out of aggression. Just pure timing and good cricketing shots. That's what's been the defining feature of this innings from Sagar Kalyan.
Yeah, this has been chanceless as well. I just gone and played with soft hands. Look at the timing on that. Even those singles which he's trying, he's timing it so well and getting that exact gap.
And they'll get 2 of that. He's taking his helmet off now. Wants to see the ball a bit more clearly. 87 of 62. You might just say the game is slowly getting into Ajman Heroes' favour now. That required rate 8.4. They're going at 8.9, so very healthy. Quick single again. This is what they've done so well, Ajman Heroes. They've got the boundaries, and at the same time, they've tucked away those quick ones and crossed over for singles and twos.
And that's what you need to do to build up a good partnership. And the calling has been so accurate between these two batters. There has been very clear yes and no.
And Sagar and Rahul sound like 2 Bollywood hero names, don't they? They're being heroes for Ajman, that's for sure. Nicely bowled. Good ending for what has been an expensive over from Ali Tipu. Halfway mark, it's 87 for 2. 87 for 2, 10 overs to go, another 86 required. So they've exactly scored half of what is needed with half of the innings to go. So you might say it's in the balance, but Ajman Heroes looking very good to finish this game off. Sagar and Kalyan, Sagar and Rahul are the two batters out there. They're having a brilliant partnership. Cut away. Third man will cut it off for a single. Changing partnership in the comp box as well. Abid takes a break and Ahmed Khaja joins me in. Good evening to you. Enjoying the game so far?
Good evening, Samir. Absolutely. Sagar, well, we knew he had to be the man to produce the big runs for the Heroes, and he stepped up to be counted tonight. Fabulous knock so far. That 6-over square leg, that was something absolutely sublime. But the work is not done. Required run rate not too taxing, but they will want this partnership to continue for much longer. It's swelled up to 64. I think they need to get up to about 110, 120 here.
Oh, bit of an appeal. I think it may just be going up above the wickets. Binny, can't believe it. He seemed convinced. He's absolutely lost it here. He's asking himself, how has that been given not out? But it seemed quite evident that there was a bit of bounce in there. Yeah. Yes, it hit him on the back leg. It's going over the wicket.
Yeah, that was clearly above the sticks. This pitch does have decent bounce and carry, so you're not going to get that decision in your favor, Binny Raghunath. Need to be a lot fuller.
And the luxury Ajman Heroes have here is that they've lost only 2 wickets. So they can stick around, take those calculated risks, because they've got enough batting to come if they are to lose their way slightly here. But the way these two are batting, Sagar and Rahul, yes, Rahul's taken some time, but he's been afforded to do that because Sagar is going along so well. It's a top edge, but there is no fielder there. Just at the deep.
Yeah, 10 off 16. Rahul not been nearly as fluent as Sagar Kalyan. But like you mentioned, they have some batting to come after this. Adnan Arif is certainly very capable. Nasir Aziz can make runs if required. So they have a slightly shallower batting lineup with no Sanchit in the side today. But still, plenty to come.
Yeah, he's gotten them over the line a few times. They'll hope that it doesn't come down to that, Ajman Heroes. They'll want their genuine batters to finish this game off for them. That's well cut. That's beautifully cut away. Made room for himself, Sagar Kalyan. And with that boundary, he raises his bat towards the dugout. A finely crafted 50. A wonderful half century from Sagar Kalyan. We've enjoyed this show from him, and I'm sure you at home have too.
Well, he'd been struggling for runs in the ACL, but tonight the floodgates have opened. Just taking 31 deliveries. Fantastic knock. But they need a bit more from him. Fabulous innings from a top player.
No room for complacency for sure. These two have to keep going. Rahul Chopra obviously reminding him to start again. That's what you scream out at your teammates, don't you? When they get that half century, you say start again. And that's what Sagar Kalyan will have to do. Keep an eye on that required run rate. Don't let it slip. But he doesn't do that. Goes for that big wild hike. Will the fielders get underneath it? Oh, he did get underneath it, but he completely missed it. It was there to be taken. Ran backward, did all the right things until the last moment when he had to catch it. He crossed it.
Well, it was Shahzad Ali, the opener. Difficult catch, running backwards into the floodlights. But he was in position. He was there and just slipped out of his grasp. How costly will that be? Is that the game for Gems Education?
Sagar Kalyan playing probably the first wrong shot tonight, getting away with that drop catch. Binny Raghunath won't be a happy man. He's gone for a few today. There's an opportunity for him to make things right with that important wicket. The fielder has let him down. Technically, he did everything well there except holding on to the catch. This one's over the keeper. This time there's no fielder. In fact, it's gone for the maximum. It's a 6. Let's see what the umpire signals.
Well, he's a tall batter, Sagar Kalyan. Taller than most. And so he did manage to undercut this over the keeper. And you're right, it's a maximum. Costly runs after that drop catch. 100 raised in just 11 overs for the Heroes. Ali Tipu into his third over. And Rahul Chopra drills him through extra cover. A sumptuous boundary.
Chopra gets in on the act now. He's been watching Sagar Kalyan doing all the heavy work. Well, he's decided maybe I should take over now. Sagar's got to his 50. Rahul Chopra's contribution will matter in this partnership, and he started off well with that boundary. Ali Tipu under pressure early on in this over.
Yeah, that was a delightful shot. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Just the use of his feet, creating that angle. And Ali Tipu, well, he has to respond here. They need to break this partnership. It's taking the game away from them.
Again down the track. So he's figured that's one way to counter Ali Tipu's length, is to get down on the track, smother the ball and hit them in the deep for those singles. And one thing that these two have done really well, Ahmed, is that they've played some very intelligent cricket. No real shots in aggression, no unconvincing shots. All of them have been proper cricketing strokes. They decide against the single this time. Probably a bit too close.
And the current situation at the venue is that there's no dew right now. So Ali Tipu needs to back himself to turn the ball. He has to put some revs on it. Darting the ball through is not going to get you wickets. You'll have to pry out these two batters.
That'll be a wide, and that's something that has troubled them quite a bit today, Gems Education.
Well, 18 extras in just 11 and a half overs, Samir Yunus. That has been a very poor show from the Gems bowlers.
Ajman bowled 20 in all the innings, so already 18. Rahul Chopra tucks that away. They will look for a double though. Will they be able to cross over? Bit of a tight call. In the end, they make it.
Well, the big strides of Sagar coming in useful there. Taking a tumble, pushing for that second. But sometimes that's the way you have to earn your runs. It's not all about pretty fours and big sixes. Sometimes you have to run the hard yards. Good fielding by Jamshed. And Sagar Kalyan was struggling for a fair bit. Let's see. Has he made it? Yeah, just that gather allowed him to get there in time. That was close though.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said intelligent batting. It's not just been about those big fours and sixes. They've done really well to keep the scoreboard ticking, even when the big runs weren't coming. A quick check with the third umpire, and it'll be not out. So good running there.
.63 of 35. It's been a sparkling innings. Ali Tipu looking around. He's struggling for answers here. They've counter-attacked him really well. There was that close moment in his early over, but then Sagar pumped him down the ground, and you could hear a shriek of frustration from Ali Tipu. They're striving desperately to get one over the heroes.
But his bad luck began when I was out there to bat. He was looking good, played some really nice looking strokes, but that run out started off at the non-striker's end, was nowhere close to a single. Good throw from the fine leg was the result of his downfall. He's not having the best of days with the ball as well. Sagar Kalyan seems to be struggling. He's limping towards the non-striker's end. Not sure if it's a cramp or something he's picked up with the dive he put in earlier. This is not good news for Ajman Heroes. He's down on the ground.
Yeah, he's in some serious pain. I think he's cramped up here. Of course, it was an afternoon game, and he's down for the count here. Just take a look. Immediately after playing the shot, yeah, there you go. He's blown a flat tire there. Hopefully he'll be alright. Might need the magic spray out there.
Right, it's good news for Ajman Heroes. Sagar Kalyan is back on his feet, but he'll be at the non-strikers end. Rahul will face his last ball from Ali Tipu. Full, driven, and that'll be a dot ball to end the 12th over. 110 for 2. Taimur Ali will now come into the attack. A bit of medium pace here. Maybe changing things up a little bit. Ali Tipu has gone for a few himself, so he decides to bring back his medium pacer.
Yeah, they also have Asim Arshad, but I think he's been smashed out of the attack, so to speak. So they're turning to Taimur as an emergency option.
Well, he's getting smashed too, but he's hit it straight to the fielder. Much against the run of play. Sagar Kalyan, who was struggling with a cramp most probably, got some treatment, but that treatment clearly not good enough because he's just holed out to long on.
Well, it was that man, Asim Arshad, I was mentioning, and that was a pressure catch. Was swirling in the air. And yeah, Sagar Kalyan just not fully fit. Clearly thinking about that injury. A shot in frustration, but he's played a fabulous hand. Caught at long on, 64 of 38 for maximums to his name in that innings. But could this be a twist in the tail? 110 for 3.
Well, it's a skipper's turn now to take on that responsibility to try and see their team home. Ajman Heroes requiring another 63 with 8 overs to go. He has to partner Rahul Chopra now, who will probably take on that anchor's role. Rahul Chopra, he's been quiet, hasn't gone his usual way. Just a 15 for him.
Well, the situation calls for a hero. Can it be the captain himself? Good player, busy batter, so to speak, likes to run hard for his ones and twos, and required run rate of 8 for the next 7.5 overs. The game is in hand.
And so nicely behind that, and he'll get off the mark of the first delivery. Shouldn't have been a single. Yeah, Ali Tipu clearly not happy. He expected his long on fielder to come close and back it up so they can at least have a shy at the stumps. But for some reason, the long off wasn't just interested.
Yeah, it's the little things, isn't it? You have to be sharp in the outfield. It's not just about fielding the ball when it comes to you. You have to close down the angles for those attempted direct hits as well.
Yeah, generally, a coach will always tell you that even after the ball has been played to a fielder, keep your eyes on it. That's being cut away, and that will be a boundary. Very, very easy there for Rahul Chopra. You don't have protection down there, and that's not a good line to bowl Taimur Ali.
Well, that's his favorite shot, the square cut. And it was a nothing delivery from Taimur. slow, short and wide, and Rahul Chopra has plenty of time to dispatch it to the cover fence. Beautiful shot.
Again, that wicket, if it did create a bit of pressure, has now been released. That required run rate now coming under 8 again, which is where Ajman Heroes will want it to be. Generally in a T20 you'd expect them to chase this down with ease. Full toss, that's been put away. Oh, Taimur Ali, all the hard work being undone now. That wicket did create a bit of a jitter, but now he's offering gifts to these batters.
Well, that was the complete opposite of the previous. Full and on leg stump, and just flicked it behind the corner. And Rahul Chopra now going at above runner ball. Very poor couple of deliveries from Taimur Ali.
Well, he definitely wanted to take on that senior role in this partnership, being the one who plays those shots, but he's been assisted very well by Taimur Ali. This has been nicely played. How well has that been played by Rahul Chopra? Saw that the third man was up in the circle, didn't try to hit it too hard, played it as late as he could, and he got some enough bat onto it to guide that away past the fielder for a boundary.
Fabulous batting from Rahul Chopra. Just manipulating the bowlers at his will. And that's an expensive over 13 off it. 123 for 3.
Well, Ali Tipu has no choice but to bowl himself out because he doesn't trust any of his other bowlers to pick up a wicket here. Nicely bowled, getting a little bit of turn. We've barely seen any today. Will still be a single.
Required run rate just hovering around 7 now. That brief counter attack from Rahul Chopra really moved this innings forward. Excellent batting.
Again, turning it around. He didn't get too much of a bat on that, because of which fine leg. We'll cut it off and it'll just be a single. You speak about, you choose the word counter attack. But even if it didn't intend to counter attack, those were two very loose deliveries which deserve to be put away.
Very true. And completely grabbed the situation. Good opportunism. And Adnan Arif smartly keeping that back lift low, not trying any big shots, just working the ball into the gaps.
Yeah, he looked to just turn over the strike to Rahul Chopra as much as possible. He's been the man out there for a while now. He's seeing the ball well. Any batter that comes out to bat under lights will take a bit of time to get his hand-eye in, his hand-eye coordination going. Never easy. Rahul Chopra steps forward and absolutely bludgeons that, but he'll go straight to the fielder for just a single. So he looks in the mood now. He seems like he has decided to step on the gas and get that required run rate as low as possible.
And that shows why Ajman Heroes have had a lot of success in the Arabian Cricket League so far. The recognition of the match situation has been absolutely immaculate throughout the tournament for them. And credit goes to Adnan Arif, the skipper.
Yeah, skills backed by awareness of the game and intelligence of the game is always a recipe for success. How many times have we seen? We always hear the word potential, Ahmed. He's got potential, she's got potential, they've got good skills, but a lot of them unfortunately don't convert into results because of a lack of awareness and game intelligence. Ajman Heroes seem to have a lot of that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a different gravy when you're playing in front of a live audience. So many times we've had discussions with the players. They tell them, but we know in the back of our minds that we have our fans watching, our well-wishers, our family. It completely changes the equation for them 129 for 3 meanwhile, with 6 overs to go.
Asim Arshad starts off with a full one. Rahul Chopra tucked that, and wow, how good is that? All the fielders in the leg are in the deep. He didn't put any weight on that shot whatsoever, just ever so slightly nudging it and running a comfortable 2 in the end.
Well, they have to bring the fielders in. It's as simple as that. You're not going to win this game by protecting the fences. You need to create an opportunity, even if it be a run out. Need to cut off the 1s and 2s. Make Adnan Arif or Rahul Chopra play a big shot.
42 of 35. Not sure if they'll be looking for too many big shots here. They know they've got this game by the neck. Loop outside the off-stump delivery. Bit of a misfield from point. Love them to cross over for another single. So without much effort, 3 of the first 2.
And without much effort, Sameer, this partnership has grown to 22. Not had to do any slogging, any heavy lifting. Just working the ball in the gaps. And so far this game is drifting away from Gems Education.
And of course punishing those loose deliveries. Adnan Arif has only faced 4 and made 3. And he'll look to play that role. He doesn't want to be hitting the ball too hard. Not necessary for him right now. He looks to go after that. That'll surely be called a wide. So can he afford it now, Gems? They've already bowled too many wides. And at this stage, that's just a crime.
Yeah, when they go back to the drawing board after this game, that is one aspect where they really let themselves down. Too many extras in bunches. 5 wides a couple of times. And that is where their score was just not enough.
Looking for that Yorker length, Asim Arshad. This time, Adnan Arif will dig it out. And he can afford a few dot balls here and there. He can afford to take his time. 40 of 33. You'd think with 7 wickets in hand, it's a regulation chase for any T20 side, let alone Ajman Heroes, who are a quality side anyway.
Yeah, that's almost impossible to defend at this venue. Drilled through extra cover, and this time the captain gets the much needed boundary.
Well, you'll see that happen quite often if you just walk to the left of this ground. There's academy nets over there, and that's the kind of deliveries that coaches bowl to batters to practice the drive. That's what it was, a practice delivery for Adnan Arif. Easily driven, had enough time to choose the area in which he wanted to go, and he went through the covers for a boundary. So 36 just required of 32 now. Steps forward, digs out the Yorker, down at the 3rd man for another single.
Yeah, this has been a very professional run chase from the Heroes. Even though they lost early wickets in the power play, it was up to Sagar Kalyan and Rahul Chopra to show their quality. And they did exactly that after the power play. They took their chances, got those big 6s, and that kept the pressure on Gems.
Again, another single. Nicely done by Rahul Chopra. Clearly, Ajman Heroes have been the better batting side tonight. And because of that, they're going to go on and chase this quite comfortably. Unless, of course, Gems can pull off a miracle. 15 done, just 5 more to go. 139 for 3.
Well, there you can see the score trend. It's drifting away from Gems Education, and Ajman Heroes looking very, very comfortable indeed, and looking very, very comfortable as he steps into the comm box alongside me to finish off this match. It's Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. It's indeed looks drifting in for me in the com box. When Ajman Heroes cruising towards the victory. It's now almost a runnable occasion. What these two batters need to do is make sure they get over the line and finish things off quite comfortably to get some wickets in the tank as well. That will help the cause when it comes to the net run rate. I think they are very well at the top.
Yeah, looking to remain unbeaten. 5 wins out of 5. Ahmad Zaman into the attack for his final over. And just sliced behind point. How easy was that for Rahul Chopra?
Well, that's what happens when you play 29 deliveries. You see the ball, you see the better of the bowler. It gets an easy, really easy. All you need to do is just open the face of the blade and get 4 runs behind the backward point.
Well, this 1-2 punch that they have of Sagar at 3 and Rahul Chopra at 4, super effective. One is brilliant against pace, the other against spin. Outside edge and back-to-back boundaries for the Heroes.
Well, he's throwing with the bowler, simple as that. Just one behind the backward point earlier, and now this one drags that one and goes to the third. No chance for the fielder whatsoever. Now 2 back-to-back boundaries for Ahmad Zaman. Now he'll be certainly on to the receiving end. He would be wondering what to bowl next. Perhaps he's offering a lot of width.
That's a better delivery. Just swung away from him late. So he was struggling at below run a ball at one stage. Now 42 of 31. He just knows when to flip a switch and go into attack mode.
He's so good at it, isn't he? Every time he comes, he applies himself and gets a better result. Now tell me a better drive than that. Beautiful driven and kept it all along the ground. That's the speciality of this Rahul. The way he goes, the way he applies himself, the way he bats deep.
And they had a slightly depleted batting lineup today. No Wajahat Rasool, no Sanchit Sharma. So the pressure was on the top 4 to deliver. And they've done exactly that for the Heroes. Back cut this time by Adnan Arif. He's also looking to get going here.
I think Adnan Arif's job should be let Rahul Chopra do the most of the work. Most of the bulk of the runs should be coming from his willow, as he's just shy of 7 of his 50 and he's crafted this innings so well. Never let his team to be under pressure. There you go. On drive to bring 150 for Ajman Heroes, with 3 wickets down at the end of 16. Jamshed to bowl the 17th. Oh, that was not in control. Will be a no ball, I reckon. And that's gone. Gone. And done. Does the distance all the way. 6 runs. What a way to start and bring up the 50 for Rahul.
Fantastic innings. And that was a horror delivery from Jamshed. Slipped out of the hands. And even though it was coming at him at an awkward height, brilliant balance from Rahul Chopra. Just flipped it over his right shoulder for a 6.
The next one is free hit and you don't have a lot of runs in the tank. You really can sense the pressure. And now Gems Education is on a receiving end. Mohammad Jamshed bowled the real loosener from the first delivery. There you go, free hit. Rahul goes big on the onside. Long on a business, but the result will not matter here. He took the catch of a free hit and quickly released the ball. That's what you need to do.
Well, they might face defeat tonight, Gems Education, but they're certainly still in the contest. There will be only 2 points away from the leaderboard. This was that free hit, not capitalized. Good catch by Asim, but of course it was fruitless. They still control their own destiny. They have to finish in the top 2.
Yeah, you can see that maybe a due slightly, because watching that first ball, a no ball over height. Oh, big shout, close, and not given. Umpire doesn't seem to be interested. Maybe the height.
Yeah, that looked a touch high on the first view. Let's take a look at the replay. Adnan Arif is slightly tall, yeah. Struck him towards the thigh pads there, above the knee roll.
A bit of a shuffle from him as well, which got us more interested. Maybe a bit of a bat also.
Yeah, given us runs. So it must have been an inside edge. And you can see a shake of the head from Jamshed. Even though he bowled really well in his opening spell, just that 6 off the first ball has settled the contest.
Down the leg side, and Salman collects it really well. Some hard work. They're testing Salman with the gloves.
Yeah, he's had plenty to do behind the sticks today. They've bowled a lot of wides. He's had to fly all over the place, and he'll be disappointed. His fabulous innings will go to waste.
Yeah, indeed. That's what even hurts more, when you score runs and your team couldn't make up to it. Just that 13 more runs needed of 22. It seems to be a cakewalk for Team Ajman Heroes to chase this one down, as Rahul is so well settled. Shuffles and opens the face of the blade. Great improvisation this has been from Rahul Chopra.
Yeah, just turning the bat in his hand, but still absolutely middled it. Jamshed is bowling with a lot of heat, but it won't be enough. Just those extras that they continuously gave away really set them back.
Well, I still feel that first delivery that was over waist height and gone for 6 runs still hunt them back. They maybe had a chance to just fight back with a little bit to save, but now it seems Ajman Heroes all the way. Tries the perfect Yorker, maybe, yes, given, that goes, finger goes high, and Rahul Chopra departs. That was trapped in front.
Perfect Yorker from Jamshed, full straight, and perhaps crashing into leg stump. And they've got the big fish, Rahul Chopra, trapped in front of the crease. 51 of 37. He's played a wonderful knock, but will there be a twist in the tail? 160 for 5. So Saqib Ali, the wicket keeper batter, coming in at number 7. And we've just been informed by our scorer. Oh, good looking delivery, full and straight once again. Well, Gems Education have given 22 extras And Ajman Heroes only gave 10, Abid.
There you go. Clearly, difference is in front. They need to work on that extra column, I think, a bit there. The bowlers has been, from the first delivery itself, perhaps they've been a little bit off target.
And they can't really blame the dew factor either. We had an early afternoon start. The outfield is absolutely dry as a bone. So perhaps they were just trying to bowl too quick. They were perhaps a bit too pumped up, defending a big score against the top side. Oh, cuts him in half. That's a brute of a delivery from Jamshed. Despite it all, he has bowled beautifully tonight. 160 for 4, 13 required of the last 3 overs. So they're turning to Binny Raghunath to bowl the 18th. He's taken a bit of tap tonight. 13 of 18. Well, it feels like a very tall task to defend this kind of equation. Let's see if he has something left in the tank though, Abid. Miracles do happen.
Well, we would certainly like to have one here. Oh, yes, it does. It does. It does happen here. It is tail in the twist. Adnan Arif, the captain, was absolutely stunned with no reply to it. A beautiful delivery coming into him.
Absolute ripper there from Binny Raghunath. Reverse swing at its best. Crashing into the off stick of Adnan Arif. Well. What's going to happen now? 160 for 5. So Nasir Aziz coming in at number 7. That's slightly higher in the batting order for my liking. And Binny Raghunath, he's on the move. Flicked away. There is nobody at fine leg, and that will be a boundary.
Well, that was much needed boundary, I would say. Off the mark with a boundary is always good sign there, and that would be a relief at the Ajman Heroes dugout.
Well, I don't understand why the square leg was in the circle. Why did you not have a deep fine leg if he's going to bowl full Yorkers? That was a mental error from Gems Education. 4 priceless runs given away.
Well, when we just thought that we have a match on here, and certainly Binny has provided that. I don't blame the bowler, but it's the field placement. It has to be so accurate. You don't have really any runs in the bank to make a match out of it.
This time, well, now they can just take ones. Just bunted away towards the leg side. And there was a bit of excitement for a couple of deliveries, but Nasir Aziz is so experienced. He's played this situation thousands of times.
And indeed, he's their bowling all-rounder. He bowls absolutely brilliant, but then he knows things too about batting as well. As you can see, he's walked in at number 7 when the team was under pressure. The captain has walked out. The senior has stepped in.
Yeah, that's what they're there for, the senior players. For these tough moments, crucial moments. Down the leg side, 5 wides again. Well, that will be the final nail in the coffin for Gems Education. And once again, it's extras that is their worst enemy.
No chance there. The keeper has just dropped his shoulders before as well. And indeed, rightly said that it's just that game has slipped out of the hand of Gems Education. They fought well, but their worst enemy has been their extras.
27 extras in a score of 170. That's just not good enough.
Yeah, serious crime to commit.
And this is a side that won 4 games out of 5 in the Arabian Cricket League. You don't expect that from them. Picked up towards mid-wicket. Plenty of real estate there, but it won't touch the fence. But now the scores are level.
Yeah, even the single will do for Ajman Heroes over here. No pressure whatsoever. Benny has been treated with some of big figures here. 50 runs given, and he's yet to bowl the final 2 deliveries.
Yeah, it's a rare bad day for him. Usually very consistent. Takes a lot of wickets in the power play for Gems, but tonight was just not his night. So Saqib Ali on strike, and a big full toss just hit back to the bowler.
Yeah, hold on, that maybe Saqib Ali wanted to finish things off in style. Was not eager to take a single and finish the game.
Well,
Maybe.
this game may finish on this delivery, but of course the action at the Arabian Cricket League is just beginning. We have another game starting at 9 p.m. local time, and that's another beauty. Karwan CC taking on TVSL, another top of the table clash. Chipped over the point fielder, and that is victory for the Heroes. In the end, they've done it comfortably by 5 wickets with plenty of time to spare.
Well, the score speaks its volume, but I think it is not how it turned out to be. It was quite difficult to chase 173. It took a little bit of a challenge in the end, but I would give a lot of credit to the batters, especially Sagar Kalyan. Played some flawless knock with his 64 of 38 deliveries, just 38 deliveries, and then 50 for Rahul Chopra with 37 deliveries. Both of them has played that great partnership, which just made things fall too easy to chase down 173 for Ajman Heroes.
Well, and the highest, third highest scorer was extras with 27. Bini Raghunath was expensive. Ahmed Zaban bowled quite well in the power play, but then went for runs later in the day. Mohammad Jamshed 2 for 24 was the pick of the bowlers for Gems Education. Well, that is the match summary for you then. Gems Education batted first and posted a pretty decent target of 172, led by Salman Shahid 78 of 53, with Balraj Singh and Sajid Iqbal chipping in with 20s. Mohammad Ajmal was the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 14 in his 2-over burst. Mohammad Asaf 2 for 31 did very well as well. And in reply, the Heroes gunned down this target in just 18 overs. Sagar Kalyan with a fabulous 64 of 38, and Rahul Chopra, his partner in crime, with 51 of 37. Mohammad Jamshed with 2 wickets on the night for Gems Education, as Ajman Heroes won the match comfortably by 5 wickets. Well, we have another match coming up, like I mentioned earlier, match number 48, where we have Division Shipping taking on Karwan CC. Division Shipping undefeated in the Arabian Cricket League as well. So do tune in for that at 9 p.m. local time. Meanwhile, we'll head away from the Combox to Samir Yunus with the post-match awards ceremony. Join us at 9 p.m. for the second game of the day.
और भी डैमेज की वजह से हुआ था सर वो सामने पैर ही नहीं रखा बुरा लगा
How now, Brown? हाँ चलो बिस्मिल्लाह. Well, it's day one of a long weekend here in UAE, and what better way to start it than with a game of cricket. This is the SkyX.net presents ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023, powered by FanCode. Obviously, we'd like to thank our sponsors before we go into our post-match presentation. That is our title sponsor, SkyX.net, our streaming partner, FanCode, and of course, our event partner, TCM. Also, a quick word of thanks to the ICCA Academy for the wonderful facilities that we've had here to put together this awesome tournament and all the support that they've given us behind the scenes to make sure that this tournament runs successfully. What a game we've had today. It was Ajman Heroes versus Gems Education, a good game, some very good batting, some very good performances. In the end, it was Ajman Heroes who went away victorious by 5 wickets quite comfortably in the end. Mr. Iftikhar Ali is our guest here to give away the award for the player of the match. There were a few good performances, especially with the bat. For Gems Education, it was Salman Shahid with a brilliant 70 odd for him. And then, of course, Rahul Chopra applying those finishing touches for Ajman Heroes. But the base was set by none other than Sagar Kalyan, who scored a brilliant 64 of 38. And he is our player of the match. A superb innings by Sagar Kalyan laid the foundation for the match to be over very quickly in the end, winning by 5 wickets and then by 2 overs. Sagar, I'll ask you a couple of questions. 170 बनाए इन्होंने. क्या सोचा हाफ वे मार्क में लगा आपको कि ये अच्छी बॉलिंग की है आपने जब आप बैट करने गए?
आई थिंक लास्ट में हम लोगों ने काफ़ी अच्छा बॉलिंग की है और अच्छा रोका है और विकेट काफ़ी अच्छा था बैटिंग के लिए आज.
अच्छा, हमने देखा कि बहुत से बैट्समैन स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे टाइम करने के, लेकिन आप जैसे ही गए बहुत अच्छा टाइम कर रहे थे. क्या फ़र्क किया, क्या डिफरेंट किया आपने आज?
मैं वही अपना नेचुरल गेम खेलने की कोशिश की है और विकेट ने काफ़ी हेल्प की है. ड्यू आया था तो उसके टोके बॉल अच्छा आ रहा, तो आई एम जस्ट पॉजिटिव.
जब आप बैट करने गए 2 विकेटें चली गई थी, थोड़ा प्रेशर सिचुएशन था. कॉन्वर्सेशन क्या हो रही थी आपके पार्टनर के साथ उस टाइम पे?
राहुल आया था. राहुल के साथ मैं काफ़ी टाइम से क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ, तो वो समझाता ही है कि थोड़ा खेल, सिचुएशन ठीक हो जाएगी. तो वैसा ही हुआ एकदम, और फिर हम लोग जैसे फिनिश करके आए तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ.
अभी आप टॉप ऑफ द टेबल हो गए हो. इंजरी कैसी लग रही है, आगे खेल सकोगे आई होप?
या अभी तो ठीक है, मैं आइसिंग करके आया हूँ तो अभी ठीक है, मैं खेलूँगा आगे.
Chalo, congratulations and well done once again. Sagar Kalyan, the man of the match in today's game between Ajman Heroes and Gems Education. Well, we are not done yet. The cricket will go on and we'll be here shortly before 9 p.m. for the second game, which is TVSL and Car1. Until then, goodbye and good night. Thank you.